Welcome to the Samwelb B12 experience,
where we have you covered for the Toronto Maple Leafs, Blue Jays, and more. Argos. Make sure to subscribe today. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. Welcome in. We're getting going a little early because we have a treat. It's a Canadian tradition. Well, it's a sports tradition. It's NHL Draft Day, and we have you covered for the NHL Draft, which is just about ready to kick off. The Argos and Montreal are getting going at 7:30, so we're going to switch gears at 7:30. We'll still bring you draft coverage, but we'll be focusing on Week 4 in the CFL, the battle of the two undefeated teams, the Toronto Argonauts going toe-to-toe with the Montreal Alouettes as the Owls come into town to take on the Argos. So welcome in. Yoko, how's it going? Theo, Sam Eagle, Lucas, Mr. Buck, welcome in one and all. If you're just tuning in to join us, thank you for being here. The game will be on. 7:30 is when the football game is going, but first it's the NHL Draft. And there has been so much going on in the NHL since the Stanley Cup was handed out earlier this past week. Oh, there he is. Steph, what's going on, brother? Welcome in. I only have a moment. I want to apologize to you in the chat for not making it Game 7. Life, my man. I know what you mean. Thank you so much, my friend, for the super chat. $27.99. Steph coming in. Thank you, buddy. I was going to send you a note, send a hope all is well, but thank you so much. We'll see you soon. We'll see you very soon. Thank you for coming in, dropping it like it's hot. Daniel, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome to the show. Spun, welcome in as well. Good to see you. Hey, is this the same guy from the Edmonton, Florida game? Of course. Of course it's the same guy, Spun. That's what we do. It's our summer season. The summer season kicking it off. The summer season kicking it off here with some CFL and NHL hockey. Of course, lots going on. We talked about a bunch of trades. We're going to talk about some signings. The draft is tonight, and then on Monday, it's going to be free agent frenzy. It's going to be absolutely crazy. Where is Stamkos going to go? What's going to happen with Marner? Domi and Bertuzzi, are they going to sign? There is so much. If you didn't hear it, Tampa Bay offered up Steven Stamkos, 8 years, $3 million. Only 3. Stammer said, yeah, thanks, but no. They're still trying to work it out, but looks like Stammer is going to test the free agent market. Richard, how's it going? Welcome in with the 20-pounder. Richard, good to see you. Thank you so much for the super chat, both Steph and Richard. Appreciate it. And boy, oh boy, Alouette, gentle Alouette. Thank you so much, Richard. And we're getting set. Let's go over the NHL trades that have happened so far just to get you in the hockey mood before we switch gears to the CFL. Well, it all happened right before Game 7 took place. We heard Linus Ullmark was moved. Ullmark making his way to the Ottawa Senators for Korpisalo, Kesselek, and a first-round pick. Skylar, what's going on? Welcome in. I love all sports. So do we, my friend. So do we. The other big trades to kind of look at, Jake Wallman in a surprise move goes to San Jose with a second-round pick for future considerations. Vancouver got involved with Chicago, sending Ilya Mikheyev, the rights to Sam Lafferty, and a 27 second-round pick, all to Chicago in exchange for a 27 fourth-round pick. Then we had a bunch of pick swapping, again, back and forth between a bunch of teams. The other big news, the Calgary Flames trade Andrew Mangiapane. Mangiapane, so good. No, hey, you never have to apologize, Richard. We're all about being silly. Mangiapane, he goes to Washington in exchange for a second-round pick. A great pickup there for the Capitals. And then, of course, just about, I don't know, when was this? A couple hours ago, Alexander Texier, he gets traded to the St. Louis Blues. The Columbus Blue Jackets pick up a fourth-round pick. So those are the trades that have taken place over the last couple of days since we wrapped up the NHL season. Of course, some signings going on. The Oilers today, they just signed Calvin Pickard. They extend Calvin Pickard. He signs 2 years for $2 million, so $1 million a year. So Calvin Pickard signs in Edmonton. Texier being traded to St. Louis. He, of course, signs a 2-year deal there at $2 million per year. So nice moves there. Any other big signings? Vancouver, Tyler Myers. He signs for 3 years at $3 million a year. And then last but not least, Dakota Joshua. He was rumored to be coming to Toronto. Joshua signs 4 years at a cap hit of $3.25 per year. So those are some of the big signings. Of course, there have been a lot more going on. Casey Middlestat, he signed back in Colorado. Dylan DeMello, he signs with Winnipeg. So those are what we've seen so far. What is going to happen tonight? Will we see any big trades taking place? We're going to be talking about this all night long, of course, throughout the game. The best thing to come out of Montreal, the road to Toronto. Richard, that's really funny. All right, we're going to get set. The NHL Draft picks are just about to get going. We will pipe this in. We will bring this in as they go. Millionaire, he's getting close to Sammy level. Almost Theo. So close, right? Just not there yet. Hey, Triton, what's going on? Welcome in. Here's Gary Bettman.
I always knew that this would be a great hockey town. And good evening to fans watching from afar. Welcome to the 2024 Upper Deck NHL Draft at Sensational Sphere. The faces that you see behind me are the future of the National Hockey League. And tonight and tomorrow, their dreams will come true and foundations of Stanley Cup champions will be built. The National Hockey League is thrilled to bring this event to this remarkable venue that has redefined entertainment. And we are honored to stage the first sporting event and the first live televised event at Sphere Las Vegas.
Yep. Tyson, what's going on? Lucas, I did get the note. It came through my email. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate the kind
words. Thanks to James
words.
Stolen for welcoming us into his creation, and to all of the talented people at Sphere for helping us make the 62nd NHL Draft the most dazzling yet. Congratulations to all of the prospects with us here at Sphere for getting to this point, and congratulations and thanks to all of the parents, siblings, and other family members and coaches whose support cannot be over-acknowledged.
It's actually a nice little speech.
And thanks to the best fans in all of sports, whether you are here tonight or watching at draft parties or anywhere in the world. We appreciate your incredible support.
Thank you, Lucas.
The first pick in the 2024
Here we go.
Upper Deck NHL Draft belongs to the San Jose Sharks.
The San Jose Sharks with the #1 pick. It is coming up.
San Jose, you are on the clock.
Do they really have to go on the clock? Like, if they don't know who they're taking,
all right, so there we go.
it would be pretty crazy. When they do come up to the stage, we'll bring it in. Why San Jose? So Tyson, about a month ago, they did a draft lottery where the teams that didn't make the playoffs all had a various chance of earning the #1 pick. The San Jose Sharks had the ping pong ball bounce in their favor, so they came away with the #1 pick. Now, I don't know, this board should update live as the picks come in. If they don't, we might have to do a little refresh, but we're going to see what happens. We will continue to monitor this all game long, but I wanted to get in here a little bit early, get the first couple of picks in before we switch over to the game. Mike Greer's been doing a nice job in San Jose. He's been making some moves, trying to bolster this San Jose Shark team. So, you know, we assume he's going to take Malcolm Celebrini. We assume that this is going to be a better Sharks team with Celebrini, but they got to get some supporting players in around him, and that's what the Sharks have been working on doing. I think the Sharks might be in a better spot than Chicago was when they took Connor Bedard. They didn't really have a solid group around him, which is why Chicago struggled so much. But there's going to be a chance here that, you know, this could turn San Jose around very quickly. Lucas, that is correct. Toronto is 23rd overall. And right now they are expected to make that pick. Toronto does not have a second or third round pick. They do have fourth and fifth. So Toronto is expected to keep this pick unless there's something earth-shattering that they get done before. Now, of course, a lot going to happen here tonight, but the big show is going to be on Monday when free agency start. Of course, Toronto's still trying to lock up Domi. It's rumored that Domi is asking 4 years at $4 million. I'd give him that in a heartbeat. Bertuzzi probably will not come to a deal. They're still working on it, but there's a lot to go on. Now, of course, over the last couple of years, Connor Bedard, Slafkovsky, and Owen Power, the #1 picks. There was big controversy the year that Slafkovsky was selected first overall. Was not expecting that to happen and be, but what is going to come of this draft? Celebrini should be the pick. Come on, San Jose. You don't need your 3 minutes. You already know who you're taking. So we're going to wait for them to come up and make their selection. Of course, San Jose is going to kick it off, followed by Chicago, Anaheim, Columbus, Montreal, and then Utah. Utah Hockey Club getting their first selection in this draft. All right, here comes Mike Greer making his way up to the stage. Of course, if you don't remember Mike Greer, he was a decent hockey player himself. Certainly has his word cut out for him with this Sharks team. They were just not good. Not good last year. Here we go, San Jose Sharks.
I'd like to thank our great fans here and around the world. And a big shout out to our draft party at the Shark Tank. We really appreciate your guys' support. And I'd also like to congratulate Glenn Sather on her terrific career in hockey. Making our selection will be one of the greatest passers of all time, former #1 overall pick and Sharks great, Joe Thornton.
Joe Thornton, Jumbo Joe, coming out to make this pick. He's still got that huge beard, and what a great suit he is wearing. Joe Thornton, what a surprise.
Here we go.
Let's go Sharks!
With the first overall
Should be
selection
Celebrini.
in the 2024 NHL Draft, the San Jose Sharks are very proud to select from Boston University, Macklin Celebrini.
There it is, Macklin Celebrini, #1 overall. No shocker there. Alfonso, how's it going? Welcome in. No surprise here. Go Sharks, go. Celebrini, first overall pick.
And there it is. And it was very cool to have Joe Thornton,
Whoops.
the first overall pick from 1997. And
Look at me,
hero,
breaking
introducing
things.
The newest Shark hero.
It's almost like Joe had met him a couple of times before and he knew what was going on. He gave him that
So
slide
clearly,
look and said, all right, welcome finally.
you got to see how this board will update.
We knew this was going to be the case going all the way back to day one when we first started talking about the 2024
But Celebrini,
draft. Now it's
your
come to
first
fruition.
pick.
What I really like
Look at him
about
making
this
his way up
a
there.
lot like Connor Bedard, he
Got the
embraced
vest
every
on.
single moment of being that #1 guy. In the
There it
contract,
is. All right,
all
so
the
it's
players,
updated.
no problem.
Perfect.
All the media requests, no problem. Draft lottery, want to come on there?
Celebrini.
No problem. So at
He
every
is
step
one
of the way,
stellar,
he's taken it in,
stellar
he's lived in the
hockey
moment,
player.
he's
He is
enjoyed the process,
really good. We
he's
saw him
enjoyed
play on
the
Team
fame,
Canada.
and it's only about to get bigger
He
for
was
this
very
young man.
exciting.
Congratulations to Macklin Celebrini.
From
He is,
Boston
as you
University,
guys say,
6
a
feet
franchise
even,
player.
197 pounds right now. You know he's going to put on some muscle there, put on some weight.
Yeah.
The poise. Like this guy's just programmed a different way.
So I'm not sure Pittsburgh is, you know, kind of down a bit in 14th.
Just turned 18 3 weeks ago. Youngest player in the NCAA, a freshman winning.
There you go. Celebrini just turned 18 a couple of weeks ago. Nice pickup. No surprise here for the San Jose Sharks. He will be the pick that they are going to really build around. Yeah, they are pretty low. The Pens are fairly low down. Actually, and you know what? I apologize. That pick, Pittsburgh had traded that away. So Pittsburgh's actual pick. Where are they here?
Exceptional on the offense, but
you know what? They may not have a first round pick because it looks like they traded it away.
When you throw them over the boards.
Well, I look at him like
So it went from Pittsburgh to San Jose to Buffalo. So it doesn't look like Pittsburgh has a first round selection on the board. So Chicago's going to get the second pick. Chicago in that kind of rebuilding phase where they're really looking to kind of structure and organize and get things together. If you watched this year, if you watched Chicago, they were a very tough team to watch. Connor Bedard was impressive, but he needs help. And he needed a ton of help and just didn't have it. Of course, when Bedard got injured and missed a bunch of games, that team kind of fell apart. So we're going to have to see what Chicago does here. I'd like to see them go with a nice, solid defenseman. Here's Celebrini.
I was super happy you made the pick. I can only imagine went through your head when you saw that man and that beard walking up to the podium. Now, Junior Shark as a kid, did it almost seem like destiny? And when we were playing as a Junior Shark, did you ever imagine a day like this wearing the same jersey?
To be honest, no. I never thought that far in the future. I was just enjoying my hockey when I was a young kid. So, but to go full circle here, it's a really exciting moment for me and my family.
What goes through your mind when you see these old shots of you with the Sharks jersey?
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's honestly, it's surreal that life came full circle and I'm back to where I was.
Your family is thrilled for you. A lot of people are thrilled for you. Who outside of your family do you think is happiest for you right now?
Probably my closest friends and coaches that have helped me my whole life. They've been everything to me, and the support that they showed me and everything that I've been taught. So I'd probably say them.
Okay, here's the big question. Have you made a decision yet? Will you be wearing that jersey next year or back to BU?
I have not. I have not made a decision yet. I still got to talk to Mike Greer and the San Jose organization, and my coach is back at BU, but I'll make a decision soon.
Whatever you do, it'll be the right decision. Congratulations again, Mac.
Thanks.
There we go, Celebrini. Well done. Jeff, what's going on? Jonathan, welcome in. By the way, they're sporting the new Fanatics jerseys now. They are officially the jersey partner, and here's Mike Greer.
What are you going to tell them to do?
Well, thank you. No, we're really excited and fortunate to be able to draft Macklin, and we'll have some talks with him. We'd obviously think he's ready to play in the NHL, and would love to have him. But those are discussions we'll have with him and his family. But it's a great day for the organization.
Best thing you learned about him in meeting with him?
Just the drive. He's a driven kid, and bringing around growing up in football, and then also just my time playing and being around the league. All the great players are driven and have that type of personality, and he has it.
Thank you, Mike.
All right, thanks, Rob.
Kyle?
There's Mike Greer. Brian, I believe they did. I'd have to go back and pull it up to look. I don't recall offhand. And here's Steve Nash. Wow.
Tearing my basement apart at a young age, is now the number 1 pick in the NHL draft. So to watch his journey, to watch the work ethic he developed has been astounding. Really proud of Mackie and Aiden, of course, his older brother, and just really close family friends, and couldn't be prouder of the type of kids they've become.
So of course you worked with so many people over your life in sports, Steve. Like, why the Celebrini family, Rick, of course, why did you develop such a strong connection to them?
Well, I think the quality of the person, first and foremost. Rick is an incredible person, as is Robin and the kids, but Rick's also a world class. I mean, he's a genius at movement and sports science, physical therapy, whatever, you want to, however you want to name it. He had an incredible impact on my career, obviously with the physical stuff, but most importantly, like, just the human touch, the way he's able to kind of understand what people are going through and connect with them is unprecedented for someone to have that whole picture of skills. So he had a huge impact on my career, and now obviously his kids are benefiting from all his incredible values and skills as well.
Steve, great to see you. Thank
you. There it is, Steve Nash, close family friends with the Celebrinis. Very, very nice. Ben, what's going on? Curtis, welcome in. We better get overtime. Good to see you. Thanks, everyone, for coming in. The Argo game is going to get underway in about, 8 minutes' time. We're going to start that broadcast, but we are going to bring you the coverage of the picks as we go. We'll shrink it down a little bit, but we're going to cover both events here tonight. It is a huge, huge night for sports. Of course, the NHL Draft is going to change the landscape for the young stars coming into this game. Coming from the Sphere in Las Vegas, and the Argos and Montreal Alouettes, a battle of the 2 undefeated teams. So a big-time battle going on between the Owls and the Argos. Rivalry night here, Friday Night Football. That is what it's all about, and I can't wait for these teams to really get going and start battling it out. It is going to be that battle and a whole lot of fun. So that's coming up momentarily. The Blackhawks making their way up to the podium. We're going to see who Chicago's going to take. Pick number 2. Here they come. Who's going to help out? Connor Bedard.
First of all, I'd like to say hello to all of our great fans back at our draft party in Chicago at the barn. And to make our selection, 2023 first overall pick and 2024 Calder Trophy winner, Connor Bedard.
Wow, Connor Bedard coming out to make the first pick. Are they going to do this for every team? Have a player come out and make the pick? So Connor Bedard coming out to announce the pick for the Hawks.
With the second overall pick in the 2024 NHL Draft, the Chicago Blackhawks are proud to select Artem Levshinov.
Artem Levshinov, the big defenseman, 6'2", 205 out of Michigan State.
And there it is. Hugs
Great pickup. Good call. Chicago got their star forward 1 year ago, and that star forward comes on stage to pick Arthur Levshinov. This is a solid pickup. Jonathan, I agree. I thought the Adidas one were better quality, and a lot of the baseball players, they also switched to Fanatics. Were not happy with the quality. This young defenseman averaged nearly a point per game as a freshman for Michigan State. He finished second with 26 assists, 35 points in only 38 games. So that is some good numbers being put up there.
Game continues to rise, and yet probably until just recently hadn't been back to Belarus.
All right, so why aren't they updating?
And to think that he has fought through all that to have the type of
So nice little pickup here. He's a big boy.
Of this young man definitely played a part in his going here.
And what is that like, taking the jersey from Connor Bedard? Although, I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of how he kind of turned his back to Connor there. But a nice picture. He is a big boy, and he looks filled out. So we will see what he's going to decide to do. Will he be playing in the league next year? Big defenseman. I like this pick a lot. We were just saying Chicago needs a defense. I think that's a great pickup. Right defense.
They're just more difficult to find.
He's a stand-up guy. He's got a big shoulder. He will lay the hit on you if you cross. He's also got a quick stick, able to poke that puck away. So he really brings a lot of skill to that defensive position, both stick checking and physically checking. Plus, he's got some decent hands. He can carry the puck. So really, a very well-rounded defender. So a nice pickup here for Chicago. Next up is going to be Anaheim, the Anaheim Ducks. Anaheim with their new logo they unveiled, going back to the Mighty Ducks style logo. And of course, with more orange, the green has kind of gone away. Triton, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you.
Pretty good.
Coming in, dropping our partner channel, the Bear Shark, making faces.
What settled you on this one?
Here's general manager of the Chicago Blackhawks, Kyle Davidson.
He's physical, he can defend, he can do a little bit of everything, and we just love the way he projects and how he fits in our system.
Okay, you've got one more, and there's been lots of action around it. You like to do things. Are you keeping or are you selling?
Is selling as in moving it away?
Yeah.
We won't. No, we're going to make another pick today, but we'll see where it is, if it's ahead of 18 or behind it.
Thanks very much, Kyle.
Thank you.
Dale?
All right, thank you so much. All right,
Interesting. Will Chicago move that other pick? The drama of draft day is among us. What will happen? We love to see when they start making moves on the table, trying to pick some players, trying to cause some chaos. That's what it's all about. This is a nice start. Good 2 picks. Wasn't the last draft live stream on? Yeah, Dusan, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't remember last year what they did. Not sure, but of course, coming from the Sphere in Vegas, and it's looking like they're doing a nice job. What time is it? We're just a couple of minutes away from the Argos pregame getting set, and then we'll be getting ready to roll. Zegras out, Lindstrom in. That would be something. That would really be something. I like Zegras a lot. Zegras has a lot of potential. I know he hasn't kind of been up to expectations. He had some injuries, trouble, and whatnot, but he is a young, talented player. I can't believe the Ducks would give up on him already, but you know what? Hockey's a business, and if you're not going to perform, changes got to be made. Here's the second pick.
Before we talk, we have a special video for you from a very famous Belarusian hockey player. Have a look and a listen.
Let's see. Hi, Artyom. It's Mikhail Grabovski here.
Congratulations for
incredible achievement. Highest Belarus player in draft pick. Wish you good luck. Don't stop working. Всегда ждем тебя в сборной. Только удачи. Будь здоров.
Thank you.
What did he say at the end?
He said, yeah, good luck in the end, the future.
First of all, congratulations. Congratulations on this one. Great tribute there from Mikhail Grabovski as well. Did you know, by the way, they were going to take you second overall?
I was thinking about, but yeah, it happened now, and now it's more real.
Got to go to the podium for the Ducks pick.
Yep.
All right, here come the Ducks. They're making their way up. Who's going to go number 3? Prep, what's going on? Welcome in, Prep. We're going to be probably get through pick 3, maybe pick 4, and then we're going to switch over to the Argo game. We will still bring you the picks as they come.
We would like to dedicate our draft 2024 to Glenn Cochran and his family. Glenn fought his battle with cancer courageously. We will miss his character, his humor, and positive attitude. Glenn was an integral part of our scouting staff, amateur scouting staff, for 17 years. He's one of the finest men I've ever met and will be greatly missed. Making our selection is former great and Anaheim Ducks captain, Scott Niedermayer.
Scott Niedermayer. Wow, the surprises continue. Scott Niedermayer going to come out to make the pick.
From the Oshawa Generals, Beckett Seneca.
Beckett Seneca.
Oh, what a reaction that is.
And he's shocked.
Similar to mine.
Shocked. That's right, Prep. Absolutely.
What a moment for
hey,
the
Beverly.
Family, his father, Yuri, his mom,
Beckett
Candace,
Seneca, and I don't think they saw this coming. He's a right winger, Canadian right winger.
Are about to start flowing.
6'3", 182 pounds.
Fantastic season in the OHL playoffs specifically that maybe elevated him to 3rd overall.
Oh, there's no question about it. But you go back to the start of the year, and I thought, you know what, this guy's a first rounder. He's probably into the late 20s. He will be in the first round. And as the year started to go on, he's growing a bit. His hands are really good. He's
How about that?
Points. And
You're
then you get to the playoffs.
sitting back or expected to go around 20th or so, and all of a sudden you move up to 3rd. The Ducks seeing a lot with this kid. He had 27 goals, 41 assists, 68 points for the Generals. Wow. There's your first surprise pick. That's right, only 182. He will put on some weight. He'll put on some muscle. These kids will continue to grow. Here at number 3. Wow, it's a bit of a shocker, no question. Bit of a surprise, puts the hat on. Niedermayer making the pick. Always good to see Niedermayer. Big pickup. All right, so we probably will get through one more pick before the Argos kick it off, before the Argos get started. The Alouettes are the favorites tonight. Montreal are the favorites. Kadeem Carey for the Argos has been awesome, as has their young stud quarterback for the Argos, looking to continue their undefeated streak. They're 2-0. Montreal 3-0. Cameron Dukes going to get the call today against Cody Fajardo. So that's going to be a nice matchup. That is going to be coming up momentarily. They're going to commercial break, and when they return, we'll be live at BMO Field. Kickoff for the Canadian Football League is coming up in mere moments. Let's wait for the interview. I can't wait to hear how surprised this kid is going to be. His parents, his family, laughing uncontrollably, nervous, crying, the tears. They did not anticipate him going 3rd overall.
Dave, thanks so much. Just watching your parents there, Beckett, crying as they're so surprised. I want to get to your reaction when you were picked, but what do you say? You're looking at your parents right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously super emotional, but I mean, I don't think I expected that. I think my agent knew a little more than I did, and he didn't kind of tell me, but obviously I'm super happy to be a part of this organization.
Well, listen, your story is one of growth from the beginning of this season to right now, drafted 3rd overall by the Anaheim Ducks. What do you think put you over? What do you think that you did that got you to this spot right now?
I think it was probably definitely my playoff performance. I mean, I kind of peaked at the right time there, and I mean, our entire team did as a whole, and we kind of pushed against me. Obviously, couldn't get past London Knights there, but yeah, I think my playoff performance definitely played a big part in this.
We can't say what I think you said when you were picked, but what was going through your mind?
I was just super shocked. I think obviously my face had kind of said that all, but that was definitely an unexpected moment.
It was a beautiful NHL draft.
What a great moment. What a great moment here. When you're expecting to go in and around the 20s and you end up getting called third. That is awesome. Love to see it. B Disney, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody, if you're joining us. We're covering the NHL Draft. The first couple of picks are in. And, of course, we will continue to monitor the picks and any trades that take place while covering Week 4 in the CFL. The Argonauts taking on the Montreal Alouettes. BMO Field is the location. Cannot wait. It's going to be a good one. We got the Argos gear. We're set, ready to go. But now we got to see, where does Columbus go? Columbus has been looking to make moves. Columbus getting in on it. And, of course, Montreal and Utah will round out the first 6 picks. This is crazy. I'm trading you to Florida. Prep, can we wait till after hurricane season? Can we hold on just a little bit?
I would assume so at this point. And
who would your pick of it? Triton, right now, I don't even know, to be honest. There's a couple guys on the board I like. The one I'm waiting to see is Calgary is drafting 9th overall. Jerome McGinley was a massive star for the Calgary Flames. He was a big name for Calgary, and his son is in this draft, and I'm hoping he gets to number 9 so Calgary can take little Iginla, little Iggy. It would be pretty amazing. It would be such a great moment. All right, here comes Columbus. Let's see what they decide.
The GM of Columbus.
Curtis, we just ordered a couple hats. That's all.
Blue Jackets,
we didn't go crazy.
Our great fans, fifth line back in Pins Mechanical, enjoying the draft tonight with our first overall pick. The only Columbus Blue Jacket player that's had his number retired, first round pick in the 2002 entry-level draft, Mr. Rick Nash.
Rick Nash here to make the pick. Rick Nash.
With the 4th overall selection, the Columbus Blue Jackets are proud to select from the Medicine Hat Tigers, Caden Lindstrom.
Caden Lindstrom, there you go. Lindstrom selected. He is a centerman from Canada, playing in the WHL, 6'3", 213 pounds. Great size. Really good size for the youngster. Lindstrom going to the Blue Jackets, taken 4th overall. And there he is, Cameron Dukes, coming out on the field, first Argo to start season with back-to-back game-winning drives.
Difficult to see young players go through adversity. This group,
they're getting set. Let's kind of get things switched over here. Let's get set to play some football.
Toronto Argonauts back in 2023.
There we go. I'm just going to move my screens around. We are going to get set. The Argos about to kick it off. We're going to monitor the draft as we go along. Let's bring this down. There we go. Got to bring this screen over here. Don't want to miss anything. Setting the tone. Montreal kicking off. Toronto to receive, as this is going to get started. I know that's probably really small, but here we go. The kick is off. Week 4 is officially underway. Friday Night Football. Toronto going to pick it up. They're going to run this one back to the 30. Spun around and brought down. So Cameron Dukes for the Argonauts. Going to get things started. Going to kick it off. Going to start it on the 30. We get that set up. Yeah. Steve.
Some tough challenges with the Montreal defense tonight. We'll see what Dukes has in his repertoire in order to respond.
Montreal best in the league at shutting teams down on first down and getting off the field on second down. They have a formula. What will Dukes do to try and disrupt it here tonight? It begins with a high snap, catches it with one hand, and now
here he comes. He's gonna run it. Dukes. He's gonna take it. Dukes. What a move! Runs, going for a first down. Dukes juking and jiving. Great maneuvers.
Three-man front, Cameron Dukes. He's going to put his legs to work out of the gate. Sees an opportunity to get around the edge so he doesn't hand off that ball.
Good move there by Dukes.
Good way to start. Feel involved in the game. Get out and get the legs moving, take a hit for the young quarterback.
8 yards rushing for Dukes. They call it just short. He gets a bad spot, 2nd and 2. Off the run, it's going to be a handover, little flick pass back. Argos are going to lose a yard here. So they're going to have to kick this one away. Not a great start. Quick 3 and out for the Argonauts. Want Toronto to beat Montreal at anything. Richard, absolutely. Is there anywhere to watch the game in the U.S.? Free Salon, welcome in. I don't know. I don't know where you can pick it up in the United States. You're welcome to hang out here with us as we go. Thank you for tuning in. Let's go. They're going to punt this one away. Montreal's going to get their first set of downs. This all the way back. They're going to pick it up at their 10, over to the 20, cutting through to the 30. Nice move, hit high in the air, gets to about the 36-yard line. So Montreal, a nice little run back. So there was a little face smack there. Mauger got the hand up. That one unnoticed.
For the Toronto Argonauts.
So a little face mask they got away with. So Montreal now, they're going to get a chance to get things going. Where can I stick this? We'll stick this up here.
89 yards rushing so far for Fajardo this season.
Montreal is going to make their way up for the next pick. Here's a little toss across line of scrimmage, picking up a few. In the Argos, trying to hold them.
Former Argo, Justin Lawrence holding down the center spot, anchoring that group. And in the receiving corps, it's been a story all season.
Let's see if we can make a little adjustment here.
Keon Julian Grant, Tyson Philpott, terrific last week, combining for 16 catches, 266 yards through the air.
Doesn't sound possible. They've got 56% of Montreal's catches so far this season. Add another on the first play. Now they'll go outside and chop down. Near the first down marker, it's Cole Speaker. Right to make the play, it's Franklin flying in from his field corner spot.
Yeah, ball's out quickly. You see Speaker starting off in the backfield, just shooting out to the flat in the left.
All right, a nice toss again, going to the line. A good tackle. The Argos coming in, making a nice tackle. Don't allow Montreal to get a lot of yards after the carry. Right there, just over the 40. So 3rd and 1. What's Montreal going to do? They're going to try and sneak this one in. They need 1 yard. They get it. This is going to be real close. I think the Argos stopped them. This is going to be a turnover of downs. This should be Argos' ball. Great defense at the line. Stefan, welcome in. Montreal risking it. 3rd and 1. The Argos going to stand them up. Turnover on downs. Montreal. Toronto. The Argos picking up the ball. Great field position. Montreal risks it. They can't get it done. And the Argos going to go to commercial break. Let's join in for the Montreal pick.
Bonsoir, Las Vegas. Nous aimerions remercier nos partisans pour leur soutien. To make our 2024 first selection, I'm pleased to invite on stage our #1 fan, the one and only Celine Dion.
Oh, Celine Dion! Celine Dion is coming out to make the Montreal Canadiens selection. Whoa, didn't see this coming. Her heart will go on. Celine Dion.
How good is this?
Wow. So awesome. I think this could be the surprise of the draft. Celine Dion coming out to make Montreal's selection. Let's see. She doesn't know what to do.
Bonsoir à tous. Good evening, everyone. I'm excited. Not even a hockey mom. I'm excited et très fière d'être ici ce soir.
Hurry up, Celine.
With the 5th overall selection in the 2024 NHL Draft, the Montreal Canadiens are proud to select Ivan Demidov.
And the crowd erupts. Ivan Demidov, the Russian right winger, 6 feet, 192 pounds. Montreal fans ecstatic about that.
Bodies on bodies, getting up.
Real excited about that as Celine Dion announces the pick for Montreal, the Argonauts, with a nice run. Kadeem Carey finding a seam. He busts through, picking up about 16 yards. Toronto down to the 25. Dukes, he's going to fake it. Now he's going to throw it across to the line, going to stretch. A first down, Argos, as the Argonauts marching downfield with great field possession. What a pass, what a toss. Great move here by Cameron Dukes. The young Dukes looking awesome. Looking real, real good. Met a friend I haven't seen. Oh, wow, Richard. That's nice. Always nice to be able to catch up, right, when it's been such a long time. Here we go, the Argos. First and 10 from the Montreal 15. The Argos are closing in. Here's a snap. Who has it? It's handed off. And they're going to lose a couple of yards here as Carey, nowhere to go, trying to go up the middle. And again, the Montreal Canadiens, a huge pickup here. Ivan Demidov. Wow, really did not see that one coming. Celine Dion.
First game he played in red, white, and blue here last season. Of course, Marc-Antoine Dequoy, one of the league's great ball hawks. Terrific 2023 season for him.
Here's the snap. We got a flag down right away, right on the snap. Demidov, he is picked up. Let's see. Can I get over here?
Procedure, Toronto number 62. 5-yard pick.
So Demidov this past year picked up 60 points in 30 games in the MHL. That's pretty impressive.
Ryan Hunter at his left guard spot. Just twitched just a...
All right, let's see how the Argos are continue to go here. 2nd and 14 from the Montreal 19 now. 14 yards to pick up the first down. Off the snap, Dukes is looking. He's going to go across the middle. It's knocked down. Dukes not able to get it across. It's knocked down coming across the middle. That's going to be 3rd and 14, so the Argos going to go for a field goal here now. They're going to be able to put it on a couple of nice moves, but Montreal's defense, they're coming up big. Mark, I am not sure in the U.S. where you can watch it. I believe previously I've been told CBS Sports, but I'm not sure. Merv, how's it going? Welcome in. Here's a kick for the field goal. It's up, splits the uprights, and the Argos going to take an early lead here. 3-0 Argos finding a way to put this one through. All right, let's slide this along here as we're coming up now to Utah. Going to come up to make their first pick. We're going to tune back in here. The Utah Hockey Club now on the clock. They're going to get their first pick. If you missed it, Celebrini went first. My goodness, that's going to be one of those names that gets me all the time. Leshuvov, he goes second to Chicago. Sinenki off the board. He comes down 3rd overall to Anaheim. Caden Lindstrom to the Blue Jackets 4th. And then Ivan Demidov he goes to Montreal, and Habs fans loving that one. Oh, Mark, gotcha. Oh, that sucks.
Dave, thank you very much.
So here's Demidov coming up. Let's hear what he has to say.
Yeah, I watched the movie Titanic, you know.
Yeah, so and you liked it? So that was pretty cool?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
That was awesome. You know, one of the big questions is the obvious one. When do you think you'll join the Montreal Canadiens?
I think it's a club with unbelievable history, you know, and I pretty like it. Yeah, I'm really happy to be.
Clearly, he does not understand English well.
Next question.
I tried, guys.
All right.
So doesn't understand that well, but hey, that was cool. Yeah, Prep, it is a very cool moment. Here they come, the Utah Hockey Club, making their way to the podium. 6 overall. We're going to see who they call out. Who is going to be the pick? The celebrity. They've had a celebrity come out for every team so far. Who's the celebrity that's going to come out with Utah to make this pick? We have no idea what Utah is going to do here, so we'll listen to this, and then we'll cut back to the Argos. As Montreal, they're going to bring this one back. They're going to throw it. They gain a few yards, down about 5.
An historic pick, since it's the Utah Hockey Club's first pick. On behalf of the NHL, we are delighted to welcome Ashley and Ryan Smith and the state of Utah to the National Hockey League. And by the way, it's Ryan's birthday. Happy birthday, Ryan.
We'd like to give a shout out to all our fans at the Delta Center. We can't express in words how pumped we are to play there in our first game. To make our
toss
first
out Montreal
selection,
first
Ryan
down and
Ashley
more,
Smith.
getting up to the Argo 50.
You can't boo us. We haven't even done anything yet. I like it. Let's go. All right. We're super proud. We're honored to be here. We want to welcome everyone to Utah for many, many years to come. We're super proud for the first selection in our franchise's history for 2024 draft. Utah selects
Tej Iginla.
No! You bums! Oh, that's terrible! Oh, Utah! Why are you doing this?
Another fantastic moment for the Iginla family.
Utah comes in and ruins what could have been an epic moment. Picking up Tej Iginla. Oh, great player. So happy for the Iginlas. But he was supposed to go to Calgary. Oh my goodness. Tej Iginla picked up by Utah. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. All right, let's see what Montreal does. From the Argos 50, they're going to drop back to pass. He's looking way down. Now he's going to run with it. Here it comes. Montreal running for the first down and a couple extra. He's going to run out of bounds. So he was looking way downtown, didn't have the option, elects to run with it. Fajardo picks up 10 yards. Unbelievable. I can't believe Utah did that. Tej Iginla going to Utah. Shocked. I hate for Utah to have a tough... I hate Utah now just for that pick. Here comes Montreal. Road Warrior, what's going on? Montreal going to throw this to the line of scrimmage. They pick up just a couple. Drone went to the Stars first. Possible trade like that was. Hey, that would be something. Do they hold Calgary over the coals now to say, hey, you want to pick them up? It's going to cost you extra. Nice pickup by Utah. Listen, again, he's going to be a decent player. Very good player. He's got a good shot, just like his dad. But, oh, I really wanted him to go to Calgary. That's right, Hayden. If we needed more fuel. All right, here comes Montreal. Going to snap this one back. Looking again. They're going to go up over the middle. Great catch and more. The 20, the 10. Running in. Touchdown, Montreal. Wow. Unbelievable. If T.J. Ginla being picked up by Utah wasn't bad enough, Montreal now throws a beauty pass over, and they run it in. Tyson Philpott runs it in 38 yards for the touchdown. Oh, that hurts. Nice little run here. Montreal taking the lead. My gosh. Let's see. They're going to kick for the extra point. That is up, and it is good. So 7-3. Darn you, Montreal. Darn you, Utah. They're working in cahoots with each other. All right, they're going to go to commercial break. Here is Tej Aginla.
Things like that over the years, but I guess a big one would be effort. So, you can make mistakes, but effort's you got to be there.
Congratulations, and get ready for more booze in Vegas. Tej Aginla. Kyle.
Tej Aginla. My goodness. Oh. Now I'm just out to hurt Sam. Crap, I couldn't believe it. I wanted him so badly to go to Calgary, but it's just meant to be. That means the Ottawa Senators are now on the clock. What are the Senators going to do? My gosh, Aginla, 6 feet, 191 pounds, playing at a Kelowna. Going to have to move his way down. So far through 6 picks, we got 4 Canadians. 4 Canadians of the 6 picks. That is pretty amazing. So it just goes to show a lot of good Canadian talent. Oh, I can't believe that happened. I really can't. Oh well, it happens, right? That is the fun of the draft. You never know what's going to happen. Where is Calgary going to go now? Calgary just a couple of picks away. They're going to have to regroup. I'm sure they knew this was a high possibility that they weren't going to be able to pick them up, but that hurts. Utah. All right, let's come back now to the football game as they're returning from commercial break. The Argos D just got crisscrossed up there, letting Montreal pick up an easy catch and run this one in. They almost got him down, but they just couldn't. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. Welcome in. Welcome to the community. Curlin, thank you so much for joining us. All right, first quarter continues. Montreal's going to put this in the air. Much bigger crowd here at BMO Field tonight than we saw last week during that rainstorm. Washed the crowd away. Argos 30, 35 to the 40 fumble, but they recover and it goes out of bounds. Ooh. The Argos almost turned that one over. There's a conversation going on. Montreal is saying they should get possession. It was popped out. Did Montreal touch it before it went out of bounds? So there's a lot of conversation going on between the officials here. So a big race, trying to turn this corner in a burst of speed, trying to get up there. The ball was popped out. I think Toronto did recover just before it went out of bounds. Wow. Yes, Toronto just regains possession before it goes out of bounds. Unbelievable. And the Ottawa Senators, another Canadian off the board, Carter Yakimchuk, 6'3", 202. Yakimchuk goes to the Ottawa Senators. Big defenseman. Here's Duke's going to throw this back to the line of scrimmage. The Argos pick up a couple. Only the second defenseman taken in this draft. The Senators have a lot of work to do to improve their team from where they were last year. They've already got themselves a stellar goaltender in Linus Ullmark. And they're getting things going now with a big D.
One of the most impactful defenders in the CFL from his free safety spot. Former University of Montreal.
All right, so let's see what Toronto can do. 4:15 left to go in the first quarter. In motion. Here's the snap. Duke's back with it. He's going to carry. Duke's. He's going to run it. Duke's looking right up the middle. Goes down, picking up the first. So Duke's getting a couple of runs in. They've thrown a couple of attempts here early. They got to establish that running game. Right now, they're having some trouble creating those open areas to throw. Montreal's doing a really nice job defensively. But Dukes is finding the spots. He's finding some options. He's using his legs here early. Already picking up, where is he? 15 yards through 2 carries. All right, there's the snap. Duke's going to fake the handoff. He's running. He's going to throw this one down. So nowhere there. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Didn't want to lose the yards. That trade still hurts me, but I guess Ottawa does need to push next. Yeah, Ben, they really need to kind of get themselves organized. They got to figure out a better way to get things back in order. If you are just coming in, thank you for being here. Make sure you hit that thumbs up for us.
There you see, found himself in an awkward spot. Didn't risk the loss of
Little Friday Night Football. Argos and Alouettes. Here's the snap. Dukes is back. He's going to wait. He looks off, goes to the second option, throwing it to the side. First down and more. Good job by Dukes. Spot the blitz coming. Looked one way, shook it off, and then went the other way. Nice toss across. And a very, very good play. Good offensive awareness as every play that goes by. Dukes is looking better and better and better. Here we go now at the 41, 1st and 10 for the Argos. There's a snap. They're going to hand this one over. Nice run over the line of scrimmage. 5 getting to the 10. Depending on where they spot, I think this might just be shy. Could be 2nd and 2 is my guess. Nope, they're going to put it as 2nd and 1. It all depends on the spot. All depends on where the ball comes down. The 2nd and 1, the Argos putting some runs together here. They're going to sneak this one across the line, pick up the first down. Down to the Montreal 31. Good heads-up play calling. The Seattle Kraken on the clock now, by the way, if we're paying attention to the draft. Richard, the Leafs, unfortunately, do not pick till the end of the night. Toronto is picking in 23rd spot tonight. So you got some time. The Argos going to snap this one back. Duke's looking downfield again. Up over the middle, a little too high. Into the fingertips, but it can't be brought down. So a little overthrow here. Of course, the team's starting to announce who's going to be playing in the First Nations face-off international play next year. I like how the teams are shaping up. We will get into that a little bit later on. Here we go, 2nd and 10. Toronto needs to pick up 10 for the first down at the Montreal 29. Here's the snap. Duke's looking back. 23 is Sam's favorite number. It is one of my favorites. And a great toss and a run. The Argos going to pick up the first down and more. Going to bring this to the 16. With just about a minute to go in the first quarter, the Argos making a play. Nice run. Really good run for the Argos. Here we go. Montreal 15. They're going to throw this over the middle. Look out. Couldn't bring it down again off the fingertips at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be now 2nd and 10 from the Montreal 15. All right, the Seattle pick is in.
Tough to keep up.
Let's listen and see where Seattle's going to go. Matty Benier is going to come make the pick for Seattle. All right, let's see. Can the Argos strike? Here's the snap. Dukes is back. Dukes is looking. He's looking end zone. Shakes one away. Throws an outlet pass to the 10. Stiff arm, and they get taken out.
In the 2024 draft, the Seattle Kraken are proud to select from the Spokane Chiefs, Berkeley Catton.
Berkeley Catton is who Seattle picks. So the Argos, 3rd and 5 now. Are they going to go for this, or are they going to kick it for the field goal? Berkeley Catton, another Canadian center, 5'10", 175. So a lot of Canadians going here in the first 8 picks. The Argos are going for it. Whoa. Flags are down. Everybody's looking around. Everybody's pointing. Who's this going to be offside on?
The Argos offensive line.
Well, let's see what the officials call. Certainly taking their time. 8 seconds left on the clock in the first quarter. Procedure on Toronto. So 3rd down, they're going to back up. So it's going to become 3rd and 9 now. Toronto bench kind of arguing this call.
It's your left guard, Ryan Hunter. You see him move early.
So now it's going to force Toronto to kick this, so they're going to go for another field goal. Or Toronto can pull some trickery here. They're at the 14-yard line.
3rd and 9 here at the end of the first quarter. Is Haralahu out for another attempt?
Here's the snap. It's up, and it's good. So 7-6 at the end of the first quarter. Montreal is going to hang on to a 1-point lead. Richard, I don't right now. I don't. Toronto has me all mixed up right now, to be honest with you. I'm so confused by what this organization is doing. They haven't announced any signings yet. They haven't, and don't worry, our scoreboard will update momentarily. So I'm really not sure what they are going to do. And I guess you can have your picks in mind, but it really depends on what happens in front of you. If I'm Toronto, they need a goaltender, not a goaltender, excuse me. They need some defense. They need some defense in their system. They got lots of forwards, but it all depends on what's there. And I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe Toronto gets a deal last minute. We saw last year, was it last year or the year before? I think it was the year before. When they traded Peter Mrazek right at the end of the first round, they traded their pick away, and they were able to move Peter Mrazek with it. It was a shocker to see them pull that off. So you never know. Maybe Tree Living will pull something off. Leafs draft plan is Kronk saying, by all accounts, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, I mean, Road Warriors, the draft plan that the Leafs come up with will drive us all crazy, right? It'll drive us all batty trying to figure out what they're thinking, what they're looking at. Sometimes it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. All right, now that we are kind of through the first several picks, we'll still keep the pick tracker on the board, but depending on what's happening and who's picking, we're going to stay with the foosball game and make sure that we bring you all the coverage. So far, rushing, Kadeem Carey for the Argos, 25 yards on 4 carries. Dukes, 3 for 18. He's also 5 for 9. 5 completions for 9 attempts. 50 yards. So it's a little bit of a surprise to start here for Dukes. But hey, you're playing a Montreal team who is a tough team. They are a good organization, a very good team. So no surprise that Montreal has come out to play. Charlie, hello there. Yeah, I can't believe it. Charlie, I was so mad. So mad. I really hoping he would slip down and go to Calgary. Calgary is on the board now. Flames getting ready to make their selection. Oh, what are you going to do? All right, we're coming back from commercial break. The Argos going to get set for quarter number 2. Montreal is going to have the first possession of the quarter. It's a little Ricky Ray celebration day here in Toronto. Ricky Ray had a number of big years here in Toronto. Great quarterback, of course, had some injuries as well. Is the all-time leader with 20,000 passing yards and 114 TD passes. 2012 through 18, Ricky Ray put up some monster numbers.
At the end of the day, just study your wristband and the plays on your card, because
So it's always nice when you have someone like Ricky Ray in the house that can mentor or give advice to some of your young quarterbacks. Here we go, Montreal with the ball from their own 40.
Study when you can, and it'll all pay off. He took that advice and then became a great
Off the snap, Montreal going to run it. They go back, trying to get to the line of scrimmage. Taking, no, still up. So they just get back. This shouldn't be a loss.
The interweaving of Ricky Ray and all of this.
But not a great play call.
Here tonight as well. Fajardo, highest completion percentage right now. Currently,
The selection is in. The Calgary Flames. They're going to take Zane
Number 3 is that man.
Parquet, another Canadian from Sanguina. 6 foot, 178 pounds. Another Canadian on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Canadians of the top 9 picks. That's pretty impressive. All right, Montreal in motion. Going to snap this one back. Going to bring this in. There's a big quarterback. Sack-a-lack-a-lack. Just remembered Penn's traded first round for Eric Carlson. Thank you, Brian. Brian, it was bothering me. Thank you for that. So big time sack for the Argos. Nice little pick. Jordan Williams, he got up there, came across the open side, delayed a minute, waited for the line to kind of get blocked up, and he came flying in. Montreal's going to have to punt this one away. Utah were stealing your pick. That would be really funny, Hayden. Here's the kick. And a nice kick. Good hang time. Toronto going to receive at 25. Up to the 30. Going to dance around. Still dancing up the middle. 35, 36. So picking up about a dozen yards or so. So the Argos going to now have some decent field position to get things moving along. Again, we'll be watching to see if there's any big moves, anything comes up here at the draft.
Yeah, hustle home and watch that one.
I'm on it.
Brian, I actually, when I went back and looked, it doesn't look like they have a first-round pick. It was traded away. So Buffalo has what should have been the Pittsburgh pick. Dukes, he's going to drop back. He's going to roll right, going to throw this up. Nice little catch. Carey going to run it up to about the 8-yard line. So we'll have second down coming up. 2nd and 2. Of course, Canada Day weekend here for us Canadians. Nothing like a little football Canada Day long weekend. I wish everybody the best.
Put the ball in the hands of those receivers and let them go to work. You see the back-to-back game-winning drives.
Dukes has said he's back.
To start the season.
Here's the snap. Going to hand this one over. Not a good run. The Argos' run game off the handoffs has not been working for them very well here today. Montreal's just been jamming up the middle. They're playing very, very well. It's going to leave the Argos at 3rd and 3.
A big run.
They'll probably kick this one away, I'm assuming.
Mentioned in the opening, he and McMahon combined for 65 yards on 6 carries.
The punt squad comes on. The Sharks have it because the Pens are supposed to have the 11th. They go across the Sharks. But I think the Sharks traded it to Buffalo.
for the season.
There's the kick all the way back to the Montreal 10. Going to move up to the 20 and take, no, still on his feet, to the 30 and taken out of bounds. Dubas trade first and second round picks. Yeah, those, we don't need to worry about those years anymore. They're behind us. Now we just need to start looking forward. So they're going to go to commercial break. When they return, Montreal will have the ball, and they will start to move this one up. The Alouettes ready to continue to put the pressure. The Toronto D needs to step up. Toronto D with a mistake earlier leading to that Montreal touchdown. At least we're seeing a very different game here compared to what we've seen the last couple of weeks, especially last week where Edmonton and Toronto went touchdown for touchdown, back and forth, back and forth. They put a lot of points up on the board, but they need to kind of buckle down. We need that Toronto defense to do their job. This Montreal team is a tough team. They are a good squad, a very tough squad. So thanks for joining us. Thank you for being here along for the fun. As the Argos looking to tie Montreal to go 3-0. So a good start for Montreal. Of course, Toronto had that bye week in week 2. So that's why Toronto has only 2 wins right now, playing their 3rd game. Here comes the New Jersey Devils. The Devils making their way to the podium for their selection. Of course, the Devils making a bunch of moves. If you didn't hear the news, a lot of good, yeah, Merv, there really are. If you didn't hear the news, after the Oilers failed to win the Stanley Cup, their general manager, Holland, said he will not be returning. So the Edmonton Oilers can have a change at the helm. And of course, Leon Draisaitl says he's not sure what he wants to do. He may play out his contract, won't sign an extension. Time will tell. So we're going to see where are the New Jersey Devils going to go. What selection are they going to make? And Marty Brodeur is going to come to the podium to make the selection for the Devils. Here's the handoff by Montreal. Again, the Argos D going to stand them up at the line. Nice job. And the Devils going to take defenseman, big defenseman, Russian Anton Siliev, 6'7", 211 pounds. Again, a 6'7", 211 pound defenseman drafted 10th overall. Siliev, big pickup here by the Devils. Oh, the Devils, they are going to be a good team the next couple of years. They are really putting things together. All right, Montreal, 2nd and 12 from their own 31. Let's see how they're going to bring this one through. Again, if you're just coming in, welcome to the show. Make sure you do hit that thumbs up. And, of course, we love it if you hit that subscribe for us. That's a big man, Merv. Big man, 6'7". Oof. And, you know, he's only going to put on more weight, right? 211 now. He's going to gain some muscle mass for sure. Brian, the way it's going, it wouldn't surprise me if Mario comes out to make it. That would kind of be my surprise. But it depends if they do that, you know, if that's just going to be for this first round or if they'll continue doing it tomorrow. All right, Montreal in motion. They're looking to pass. Back. Going to step through. Tripped up. Gets through a little flicker. Montreal up the middle and a first down. Great play, Montreal. Almost a sack. The Argos defense collapsing in. But they found a way to get through. A good heads-up play by Fajardo. The Argos so close to getting him down. Just could not do it. Sometimes you need to be able to ad-lib. You need to be able to make something happen, and that's exactly what Fajardo did right there. He's 8 for 8, 78 yards. So 3rd and 1, short yardage situation here for Montreal. They're going to elect to punt this one away. The Argos stopped them last time, so they're not going to make that mistake again. I thought Yager would have announced me. Yeah, I mean, Yager would be good as well. I just figured, you know, a lot of these teams, the players they're bringing out to do it are either players that were at the awards last night or, you know, they're part of the staff. So I figured Lemieux, because, you know, he's part of the group there with Pittsburgh. Oh, we got a challenge coming up here on the play.
Montreal is challenging the ruling on the play. They believe their quarterback was tripped. We will review the play.
So challenging for a trip on the quarterback. If that's successful, it would result in a Montreal first down. We saw him stumble. Oh, so there was definitely a trip. There was definitely a trip. However, it depends on how they call this a trip. The leg was definitely there, but it looked like the player was kind of creating a base for himself. I don't think this was an intentional trip. They just showed the one replay, so I hope they show us a couple more shots of it. It was so quick. But nonetheless, the leg was out. There was definitely a little stumble. So we'll see what that's going to be. Fajardo is average. He's got an awesome team to protect him. Yeah, Merv. And that's all it takes in this league, right? If you can throw the ball and if you can make snap decisions, but you have a pocket, if you have a line that's going to give you time to make those decisions, that's huge. That is absolutely huge. And Montreal's got a good setup. Montreal traditionally is a very strong team. You don't often see Montreal at the bottom of the Eastern Conference, right? They've struggled at times, but it's very rare you see Montreal having a terrible year. But that's what I love about the CFL, right? Montreal's good, Toronto's good, Hamilton is good, Ottawa, not so good. But even Ottawa sometimes plays above their level. So there are some very good teams, and anything can happen. Anything can happen, which is what we love about the Canadian game. So they're still reviewing it in this command center. No decision has been made yet. We're waiting. They're just coming back now. As the Sharks' second pick of the evening is in. The pick they're making right now was originally from Buffalo, traded to San Jose. So we're waiting to see what this is going to be. Well, let's see this replay again. Was there indeed a trip? Hansen coming across. It is going to be a trip.
Throw the left leg out there as Fajardo stepped up.
After review, the ruling on the field has changed. We have tripping Toronto number 90. That's a 10-yard penalty. It will be second down.
So it goes against.
Correction, third down.
They get that sorted out. Moss career challenges now.
Okay, so it is ruled a trip, and upon watching the replay, it definitely was a trip. So it definitely was a trip. So Hansen sticks out the leg. Second down now for Montreal. Handoff going to come around. The Argos going to stop him. Good play. Now it's actually going to be a worse situation. Going to be third down again. And this time less yardage. San Jose taking another Canadian defenseman, 6'3", 203-pound Sam Dickinson out of London. So a nice pickup here from mid-round pick. Well, almost a mid-round pick. Yeah. Sam Dickinson going to San Jose as well. San Jose's, they're making some good moves over the last couple of days. Dickinson from the London Knights. What a run they had. Here's the snap. Montreal going to kick this one away. Putting it up. Toronto going to pick it up about the 27. Going to juke, getting to the 30, and then brought down about the 33. The Argos down by one. Lots of time left here in the second quarter. 9:40 left to go on the clock, so tons of time for the Argos. Time for Cameron Dukes to haul it in. He's only 6 for 10 to start this game, completing for 58 yards. But Kadeem Carey, 4 for 25. His longest was 16. He's averaging 6.3. They gotta get this run going. Again, a couple of the incomplete passes were in the fingertips. Some were a little high. So let's see if Dukes can bring this one back in. The Dickens, yeah. We got an injured Alouette down on the field. Jeff says, shimmy, Sam, shimmy. Get that shimmy going. We'll get a little shimmy action. Thanks, Jeff. As they go to commercial break while they're trying to pull the injured player and make sure he's okay. But the Argos, they got time. They'll settle this one down. We've seen Dukes in pressure before. He looks good. So now he's just got to bring it all together. A couple of his passes, like I said, they've been up high. He's got to slow it down, bring them a little bit lower. But we believe in the Duke. And the Duke will haul it in and bring it together. By the way, the Flyers on the clock now. Pick number 12. It's going to be Philadelphia. We'll see what they are going to do. Move this up a little bit. Can I make it a little bigger? There we go. So, what is the Argos going to do? How are they going to figure this one out? Dallas, what's going on? Welcome in. Shoot from the hip. Yeah, they got to talk about shooting from the hip. I watched Back to the Future 3 today. I haven't watched that movie in a long time. It's pretty good. It was a fun movie. If you're just coming in, welcome into the channel. Make sure you're tapping that thumbs up for us. And of course, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe. It's our summer season kicking off officially as we are bringing Friday Night Football. Gotta love it. Of course, we're going to start getting some more streams up. We're going to start this upcoming week. We're going to have our first episode of our weekly hockey show. We're going to break down all the picks, the signings, the trades, the news, the rumors. That is going to be coming up on our hockey show this week. I just haven't figured out which night I'm going to schedule it on. But we're going to, that's right, manure. I hate manure. All right, so they are just coming back. I think they got the player off the field. Little hamstring pull. And here come the Argos from their own 32. A lot of field to cover. Duke's going to take this one back. He's looking for a short yardage toss. Here comes the run. Dukes is in trouble. He's got to turn the corner. He's going to throw this one up as they step at a line, picking up about a yard.
That would have looked great on the data enhanced feed there. A little extension of the play.
So not a... the Argos line not giving Dukes a whole lot of time here as Montreal going wide, kind of cutting through. Dukes had to rush out of the pocket. And he ran right into trouble, had 3 Owls all over him. But he's able to make the pass so they don't lose yardage. Hoke, he is the recipient. They got 2nd and 9 now. Everyone in motion. Duke's back again. Here comes the blitz. Going to throw this one up. Incomplete. Yikes. No way, Dallas. Really? That's crazy.
Blitz is coming from the safety Marc-Antoine Dequoy.
Richard, I didn't realize that. I'll have to go back and check. I think you are correct. The Argos can be forced to punt this one away. Great field position now coming up for Montreal. As the Argos just can't get it going.
Throwing motion led to the inaccuracy there for Dukes.
James Lesser Jr. stands back by himself.
So everybody's set, ready to kick this one away. There it is. Kick is up. Daniel, we're doing double coverage, my friend. If you notice down below, we got the picks going and we flip back and forth. If you were here earlier, you would have been with us where we were bringing the draft live.
Team Canada trying to book their spot in the Copa America quarters.
So nice little run back. Montreal gonna have possession. So let's see what Montreal's going to do now. Back on their own 33, the Argonauts with one hell of a kick. One heck of a kick to send this one down. Alouettes from their own 30 going to start to move this one ahead. Lots of conversations going on the draft floor. Will we see some trades coming up? And here's a big run from Montreal. Not quite to the first down marker. Fletcher with a great run. Going to pick up 9.
Yeah, the speed of Walter
Should be
Fletcher
2nd and 1.
allows him to get the
That was a real nice job. Walter Fletcher just turned and ran.
See Jonathan Jones in pursuit, a little high.
Yeah, there's lots of conversation going on. Lots of conversation going on. Guys with headsets and pens, and something's going on here.
A lot of similarities as Cody Fajardo continues to be perfect. High completion percentage
What
tonight, but
is Philadelphia doing? Because they're not getting up yet.
sure, but in terms of build,
Is that Danny Briere, the conversation? He's nodding his head yes.
carry listed 5.9206 for Fletcher.
So will we have a deal?
Second down.
Second down.
2nd and 1, 2nd in inches for Montreal. They're going to try and drive this one in. We're waiting. The man with the paper now walking away from the man with the headset.
Yeah, they really are.
Nobody at the podium yet.
Maybe going to the big play in the air more
We'll flip
frequently
over
than
to
Toronto has thus
see
far,
what
and
this
that's not a
announcement
reflection
is.
of desire or ability to run the ball, but I think the matter
Guy
of
with a
having
Flyers do-a-tang
more
walking
experience
away.
in the quarterback position than Cody Fajardo.
2nd and inches here for Montreal. Let's see what they can do. The Alouettes setting things up. They're going to force this. Can Toronto get a stop again? They did it once earlier. This time, Montreal is over, but it's whistled down almost immediately.
Timeout, Toronto.
And Moss had that look of, we didn't just take a time count, did we? In 2nd and inches.
So Toronto taking a timeout, and the Toronto bench is going, what are you talking about?
And Ryan Dinwiddie calls the timeout, but he's standing there slightly confused as well.
And we got a trade.
Philadelphia trades pick number 12 in the 2024 NHL Draft to Minnesota in exchange for Minnesota's own first-round pick, number 13, and Minnesota's own third-round pick in 2025. 12 for 13.
What?
And a third next year.
That's all right.
Minnesota,
What?
You're on the clock.
So, what a bizarre trade.
Fajardo once again digs
What
in.
an absolute bizarre trade. This time Montreal's going to run it over the line, and they're going to get the first down. So Philadelphia trade exchanges. So Philadelphia was 12. Minnesota was 13. They flip picks. And then Philadelphia gets an extra pick. So I wonder, was this a situation where Philadelphia was saying to Minnesota, I know you want this guy. I'm going to draft this guy. If you want him, let's flip picks and you give us an extra. That's a bizarre trade. Here comes Montreal throwing it across over the 55, over midfield, down into the Argos side of the field. Montreal continuing to work. 1st and 10 as time continues to tick. What a bizarre trade. No players involved, just swapping the picks and picking up an extra. 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. So Minnesota on the clock now. Montreal going to throw it to the line of scrimmage. Skipping to more. They're going to pick up, is that going to be 8 yards? So it'll be 2nd and 2 as Montreal continues to march downfield as time is going to tick. The Argos with 2 field goals on the board. And here comes Minnesota now. The Wilds going to be able to make a pick. Only one big surprise in terms of players selected. Well, I guess 2 maybe. Beckett Sinenki was a big surprise going 3rd to Anaheim. And, of course, TJ Ginla going to Utah. Here's Montreal. Going to bring this back. They're going to throw it to the sideline. First down and a couple. And a flag as well. Where is this flag going to go?
Miami, but the flags look like they might send it back.
Onyx, how's it going? Welcome in. So Bill Guerin. Oh, it's on Toronto. First down. Penalties starting to add up for Toronto.
Against the Argonauts, Deontay Knight.
Right, Road Warrior? We get the hand up on the face mask.
That's the gift that Justin gets for his 50th
So Zev Beam, the first U.S. player drafted here tonight, goes to Minnesota. So here comes Montreal down to the Toronto 36. They're going to drop back. They're going to flip this one over. Nice little play. Picking up 5 or 6. So a nice little run here. Hard to believe we've gone 12 picks, and it's the 12th selection that is the first U.S.-born player being drafted. And another defenseman. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4 defense in a row. 5 of the last 6 picks have been D. It's a big run on defense right now in the draft. So Montreal up to the, or back, I guess. No, up to the Toronto 30. 2nd and 4. Going to snap this one back. Looking, going over the middle. Nice reception. Fumble. It's dropped. This should be Argo ball. They're going to say incomplete. They're going to say incomplete. I thought he had possession. I think he dropped it before he was down, so it's ruled incomplete on the field. So 3rd and 4. Question is, you know, will they go for the field goal? They should. Brinkman coming in with a big hit on Fajardo. It was a good reception. It looked like they had possession of the ball, but they're going to go. David Cody. He's going to put this one up. And it's going to be good. So there it is. Montreal going to take a 10-6 lead with just over 5 minutes to go here in the half. We'll see if Toronto can march this down. And again, either take the lead or put it within 1. So back and forth action. Nice game. Not as high scoring as we've seen in the previous couple Argo games. But all in all, the Montreal Alouettes are an undefeated team, 0-3. Toronto looking to extend their 0-2 record to 0-3. Duke's got to settle himself down. Got to make some passes right now. So here comes Dukes from the Argo 40. Going to hand it off, and Carey, I believe, is going to run this one up, picking up 5 or 6. So he runs a whole lot of footballs, Kadeem Carey's 5 runs so far in this game, picking up 30 yards. The last couple games, he has run about 20 times and has been up over 100 in each game. So I don't know if he's going to quite get 20 carries right now based on the pacing so far. It's going to be snapped back, and there's going to be the handoff. And again, he's going to run it up. Doesn't pick up the first down. It's going to be 3rd and short. 3rd and a yard. So again, the Toronto Argonauts need to make a decision here. Are they going to try and sneak this one over? The Alouettes tried to sneak earlier, and the Argos stood them up. It was a turnover on downs. Will the Argos go for this one? They are. They're going to run this over. It's a delay. Duke's going to carry it over. This should be good. It should be first down, Argos. Duke's kind of set up the delay, let the lines clash, and then tried to kind of go over the top of the pile. A nice little run here by Dukes to sneak it in. Always a risky play, but at this point, you got to get some points. You got to make things happen, and it's these little sneaks that get over that starts to get things moving for you. Here it comes back to Dukes. He's going to hand it off again. Carey's going to run. He's going to turn the corner, runs into his own man. Picks up about 6. So this Montreal defense not giving Kadeem Carey or the Toronto rushing team anywhere to go. So they're really coming in there. Once he got through the line, the backfield collapsed in. And Carey nowhere to go. 2nd and 3 for the Argos now. Got a good spot on that ball. 2nd and 4. Toronto's going to throw this one over the top. There's the snap. Duke's looking. Here comes the blitz. Look out from behind. Duke's taken down. Sakalaka. Where is the defense? The 3-minute warning coming up. 3rd and 10. The Argos going to have to punt that one away as Dukes could not do anything as Montreal just comes flying in. Jeffrey Canton-Arcu comes flying in, blindsides Dukes, nowhere to go. Wow. All right, Philadelphia is back on the clock. Are they going to trade this pick again? Or are they actually going to pick somebody? We'll have to wait and see. Nope, they're actually going to draft. What? Oh, here. Hang on. In un momento, s'il vous plaît. Por favor. Where? Oh, right in the middle, right in the front? And smiling? Hang on a second. I'm looking. It's very important. With a big smile on his face. Yeah. That makes me so happy. You have no idea. Oh, that makes me so happy. Did you see the other one? No. All right, will you send that to me? Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Nothing beats seeing the big smiles coming out. Is this Michael Buffer? Michael Buffer coming to make the Philadelphia pick? Here, let's... Is that really the Buff? Stop it. Is this really?
This year's season, playoffs, and the fantastic 7-game World Championship Stanley Cup Final was a magnificent display of the excitement and talent that is the National Hockey League.
It is Michael Buffer.
It's an honor for me to be a part of this year's draft, and as a born and raised Philadelphian, for me, it is a
Montreal's going to run this one. Montreal's still going at the 50 at the midfield. Finally taken down.
Philadelphia Flyers. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to...
I don't know if I can air that.
All right. With the 13th pick in the first round, the city of brotherly love welcomes the Philadelphia Flyers selection, weighing in officially at 187 pounds, standing tall at 5 feet 11, from the Guelph Storm, he is Jet Luchenko!
Jet Luchenko, what an introduction. Gotta love that one. Holy, I couldn't cut away from Michael Buffer. But the Alouettes off the kickoff run it all the way back to midfield. Michael Buffer with the Jet Luchenko introduction. Another Canadian taken. The Canadians dominating right now this draft. So nice little run for Montreal. Setting it up, continuing to march down the field. 2 minutes to go. They're at the Toronto 43, 1st and 10. Argos need a stop. Farjo going to come back and throw this one. Reception coming across, down, first down. Wow. About the 36 or 7. Montreal, they're picking up a couple of extra yards after every reception. They're finding a way. All right, Alfonso, take care. Thanks for hanging out tonight.
Drop off, he just hooks it up underneath. Easy completion.
So right now, Cody Farjo, 13 for 14, 124 yards. Here's the snap. Going to bring it back. Going to go up over and picking up about 5. Montreal's done this a few times where as the line is collapsing, they just kind of arc it. A little high arc over the running defender, allowing them to pick up these short yardage plays. Yeah, good night, Munchie. They're struggling on defense right now. They are struggling on defense. Montreal, these short yardage plays are getting them. And Toronto's just being beat defensively right now. Thank you, Dallas. 3-1 Blue Jays. Blue Jays actually winning. Let's see what Montreal does here from the Toronto 29. They're looking again over the middle. Reception, first down and more. Inside the 20. Minute 13 to go. Toronto can't stop these short yardage plays. Montreal over the middle. Toronto's not knocking them down. Toronto not getting the short yardage to the sides. Montreal will do this all day long. And as the Toronto defense continues to spend a lot of time on the field, they are going to get tired. Buffalo Sabres on the clock now. Here's the snap. Dropping back. Farjo going to look far side, back to the line of scrimmage. Going to come more. Another first down inside the 10. It's going to be about the 9-yard line. So first and goal for Montreal, looking to score again. The Alouettes. Unbelievable. They're just driving. Gotta find a way. Gotta dig down deep. First and goal.
Charleston Rambo steps up with his first catch of the evening.
So they're going to set up. I bet they're going to take a shot at the end zone. First play is my guess. Here's the snap. Going to come back. Shot for the end zone. No catch. Finally, the Argos finding some good coverage. Not allowing that mid-yard throw. Yankees struggling. 2 and 8. Ooh, wow. Good night, Munchie. I didn't realize they were struggling that bad. Very un-Yankee-like for New York. So let's see if they can do it again. Second and goal from the Toronto 9. The Jays need a lot. Good night, Munchie. They need to really figure out how to improve. Here's a snap, looking back again. They're going to elude 1, elude 2, spinning around, short yardage toss. They're going to get to the 3-yard line, and they fumble it. But I think they're going to rule this ball was down. So third and goal. What does Montreal do here? Are they going to risk it or to try and punch this one in? Farjo escapes 2, almost 3 tackles. The Argos needed that sack-a-lack. They could not come up with it. Peach Pepsi? Onyx, that's a real thing? I've never heard of it. The question is, does it actually kind of taste like peachy? Or is it just Pepsi with some kind of odd aftertaste? So Fajardo, he's going to come out. They are going to go for the short yard field goal. They're not going to elect to punch it in from the 2. Don't miss this. That would be embarrassing. This one up, and it's good. So the Alouettes now 13-6 with 5 seconds left on the clock. And you never know, the Argos could run one back. Wouldn't that be a way to finish the half?
Again, at this time last year, struggling, trying to figure it out. What's the playbook like?
So 5 seconds to go.
This year, they've had a couple of games where they've taken huge shots and all the rest, but certainly.
Let's see what they. It has a peachy taste. It's new, and only for a limited time, of course.
Parker and Milt Stiegel, who put the hair back on last night. Got to bring that back every Thursday night, Milt.
Yes, sir.
Lindy Ruff going to make the Buffalo Sabres selection.
I want to see he and Enoch do a couple more one-on-ones.
The Argos from their own 40 just going to down the ball. They're going to end the half. They're not going to take a stab at it. They're not going to go for a one shot. So they're not going to risk a turnover. So they're just going to down this one. The Argos are going to go to the locker room down 13-6. And I think what we'll do is we'll stay here. We'll stay with this screen. As the Argos doing a good job, we'll run through the stats and we'll go back to the NHL coverage. We'll make this a little bit bigger. So we'll keep this in review. All right, so let's go back to the draft floor.
Also at the men's world.
And
so
we got this going. So the Buffalo Sabres, they take from Finland the first Finnish-born player today, Konsta Helinas from Finnish. Again, 5'11", the center. See a trend amongst centermen that are taken, 5'10", 5'11", 2 at 6 feet and 1 at 6'3". So centers a little small, but a nice pickup here for the Buffalo Sabres. All right, as we listen along to the draft, let's go over some first half stats here for the Argos. Cameron Dukes struggling in this first half. He's only 7 for 12, 59 yards, his longest being 16. For the Alouettes, Fajardo, he goes 17 for 19, 154 yards with a TD. His longest is 38. On the rushing side, it looks like they're going to go to a commercial break as well. From the rushing side, Kadeem Carey, 7 yards, 41 rushing, his longest being 16. Cameron Dukes, 4 rushing, 20 yards, 8 is his longest. Abade, I can never say this. Adobebe, 1 rush for a loss of, hiccup, for a loss of a yard. Don't laugh, I got the hiccups. Rushing for the Owls, Farjo, 2 for 12. Evans, 1 rush, no yards. And Fletcher, 3, and he has a -2. On the receiving side, it's Sindani, 2 for 24 yards. McMahon, 1 for 14. Bailey, 1 for 10. Coxey, 1 for 6. Neld, 1 for 4. And Polk goes 1 for 1. On the receiving side, Philippot, he goes 4 for 67 and a TD. Speaker, 4 for 36. Grant, 4 for 18. Rambo, 1 for 11. Fletcher, 1 for 10. Dallaire, 2 for 10. And Letcher Jr., 1 for 2. It's been a big defensive game. McManus for the Argos, he's got 5 tackles. Mauger has 3. Sankey for the Owls, 4 tackles. We got Jeffrey Canton Arku picking up a sack on the day. The Argos also have a sack, and it's Jordan Williams who gets credit with it. For the field goals, Hajalaru, he goes 2 for 2. Cody goes 2 for 2 as well 2 field goals. What? Yes. 2 for 2 each team. Wow. What is going on, Sam? Punting, Haggerty, he's had 4 for 213-yard punts. His longest a 58-yard punt. Zima for the Owls, only 2 punts, 99 yards. His longest at 55 yards. So those are the stats for the first half. And, of course, the big punt return by Letcher Jr., 43 yards. So it's a nice little run back there. But really, the story of this game has been the Argos offense is struggling. The Montreal defense just really, really strong. And the defensive efforts of the Argos have not been up to par. So that is kind of what we'll say. Here is the young pick for the Buffalo Sabres.
He was my favorite player growing up, so that's why.
Stanley Cup champion now, too.
Yeah.
Not too bad. I know that this man, Jesse Puljujärvi, was very important for you at the World Championships. This is a recent photograph. Why was he so important to you?
He's so good guy, you know. I was at the stands a couple games. He had a similar situation at NHL, so we talk about that and everything. He's so good guy.
He's a lot of fun. A lot of his teammates like him. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Consta Helenius.
All right, Helenius with some words there. Favorite player, Barkov. Loves Barkov, and Barkov, what a great player to emulate. Detroit Red Wings are on the clock for pick number 15, followed by St. Louis and Washington. Washington, of course, making some moves earlier today. Lots that we're keeping our eye on. I mentioned it earlier. The Edmonton Oilers general manager stepping away, not going to return. Leon Draisaitl, when asked about a contract extension to stay in Edmonton, he has not said he's going to re-sign in Edmonton. So there's lots up in the air for the Oilers. And here comes the Detroit Red Wings. They have a pretty solid team. They're looking to make a splash. What are they going to do?
The Detroit Red Wings like to say a shout out to all our fans back in Hockeytown at Little Caesars Arena at our watch party. To make our first selection tonight, 4-time Stanley Cup champion, 7-time Norris Trophy winner, Hockey Hall of Famer, and Vice President of Hockey Operations, Nick Lidstrom.
Nick Lidstrom. Let's see what he's going to do.
With the 15th overall pick, the Detroit Red Wings are proud to present from Mora of Hockeyallsvenskan, Michael Brandtzæg Nygaard.
Michael Brandtzæg Nygaard from Norway.
Michael Brandtzæg Nygaard.
6'1".
That is a historic pick. That's the first time in NHL history, gentlemen, a Norwegian has been picked in the first round.
There you go.
So
first time in NHL history a Norwegian is picked in the first round. So Detroit coming up. You're very welcome, Brian. Detroit coming up with a nice pick here. Wow. You know, Detroit, I'm looking to see what they're going to do. And the reason why I'm curious with Detroit, Tampa Bay Lightning and Steven Stamkos have not been able to secure a deal. Detroit offered Stamkos several years at $3 million, right? $3 million. Stamkos says, I'm not a $3 million player yet. Stamkos still wants $8 or $9 million. Stamkos and Steve Yzerman have a history together. As you remember, Yzerman spent some time in Tampa Bay really building that team up. So wouldn't it be something if on July 1st, Steven Stamkos does hit the free agent market and Steve Yzerman reaches out and says, hey, Steve, we got a good thing going here in Detroit. We're going to make a run at it this year. I'll give you $9 million on a one-year contract. Would you be willing to come to Detroit? Would Steven Stamkos take it?
Let's go.
That would be real interesting. Tom, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the community. So I'm very curious to see what this Red Wing team is going to look like, of course, with Larkin and Sider and Raymond. There's a lot of good pieces on this Detroit group. So very curious to see what's going to happen there. Of course, there's a lot. And the draft, you know, we've seen over the last couple of years, there aren't as many trades as things move around. And I'm kind of hoping maybe this year we'll see that over the next couple of picks. We'll start to see some trades coming. But I'm not holding my breath. The Alouettes were brought to Montreal when Napoleon Bonaparte went to St. Helena. Really? Yoko, is that true? That goes way back. I mean, that's one of the really cool things with the Canadian Football League, right? Is the traditions. The traditions in the period. We're talking over 100 years. Really good set of traditions for the Canadian Football League.
Exactly.
All right, let me see if we can pull this up here real quickly.
Great maturation there. Let's head down to the floor. Jeff Merrick once again.
I'm sitting beside a historic gentleman. Norway now has a first-round draft pick in the NHL. When we think of Norwegian hockey players, we think of Matt Zuccarello. We'll think of you as well now, and I know he's been really important in your life, both as a kid and now. Your thoughts on Matt Zuccarello?
I mean, he's a great guy. I play with him in the men's worlds. So
great shots.
Yeah. Cool to watch him play, and it was a wonderful experience to play with him too. So yeah.
This is going to be a great battery for a long time. Now, one of the interesting things we learned about you is that your nickname is Taxi.
Yeah.
Why is your nickname Taxi?
I mean, my dad played for the men's team back home, and every time he goes to practice, my grandma was a taxi driver, so she...
Onyx, I wasn't sure if it was the same one or a different one.
Well, you made history, Taxi. Congratulations. Well done.
There we go. Nice little interview.
Kyle. So, Jeff, Michael Brandt-Signigaard wanted to be like his...
So when we talk about free agents, I mean, there's a lot, right? We just talked about Steven Stamkos. He is looking to get a big payday. He had 40 goals this past year. Stamkos, 40 goals. It's still crazy. Sam Reinhart, also a free agent. He had 57 goals. Sam Reinhart just behind Austin Matthews. He was up there, 57 goals, 37 assists for 94 points. The Florida Panthers would love to re-sign Sam Reinhart. I don't know if they will figure out. He made 6.5 last year. He's going to be looking for more. Matt Murray, we won't talk about him. Jake Gunsel on this list, of course. He had 30 goals. Gunsel, impact player. Where is he going to go? Adam Henrique, free agent. You know, we saw what he did in Edmonton. Will he re-sign there? One of the big pieces, Tyler Bertuzzi. The Leafs still have not got a deal locked up with Tyler Bertuzzi. He's obviously looking for a little bit of an increase over last year. I don't think he was worth what we paid him last year. I was extremely disappointed in Tyler Bertuzzi this past season. So we'll see what that could amount to, what that could look like. Then we go down, if we scroll down this list a little bit, some decent players here. Teuvo Teravainen, Alec Martinez, Brady Shea. Brady Shea, one of the names, one of the defense that are all constantly being talked about. Tarasenko, you know, what a key player he was to the Florida Panthers in their Stanley Cup run. Will he re-sign in Florida, or will he look to go elsewhere? Here comes the St. Louis Blues. Let's see what they select.
St. Louis Blues are pleased to select defenseman Adam Juracek, HC Salem.
All right, Adam Juracek. The Blues wasting no time getting up there, making their pick. From Czech, defenseman, 6'2", 167 pounds. Some good size being 6'2", but he's got to put some muscle on. Got to put some weight on there. So St. Louis adding some defense to their young squad. All right, some of the other UFAs out there on the board. Alex Wenberg is an unrestricted free agent. Zaitsev, so Tanev is the big one. A lot of ties to Toronto. Toronto always saying they want Tanev. They want to sign Tanev. Tyler Toffoli is out there. Jake DeBrusk is another name that has been rumored to have an interest in coming to Toronto. I don't know myself how much I buy into that, but that would be something pretty interesting. Select Happy Gilmore. You know what, Onyx? At this point, I wouldn't take anything off the table. Matt Dumba is back on the free agent squad, a nice right-handed D. Matt Dumba, the Leafs did want interest in him last year. They couldn't come to a number, and he signed elsewhere. Now he is a free agent again, as is Zadorov. The Canucks have made it clear that Zadorov will not be re-signing with Vancouver, so Zadorov is going to be out there. So can Toronto do something to pick up both Tanev and Zadorov? Wouldn't that be an interesting little movement? So lots of good names out on this list, and we'll have to see. And they're going to commercial break at the draft. We'll have to see what it's going to look like. Monday is going to be a very interesting day. Now you're going to get it, Marshy. It is going to be a very interesting day. We got a little Ricky Ray celebration going on here at the half. Ricky Ray, well, this was actually at the beginning of the game. They're just kind of showing it now. Hey, there's my old buddy. Coop was just on the TV. Yeah. Ricky Ray. That's pretty awesome. Always good to see my good buddy Coop on the TV. What's up, Coop? Not that you can hear me because you're at the game. All right, so the Argos, big second half. We need a big second half. What are they going to pull together here? Dukes, only 12 attempts. The Argos haven't spent much time on the field. The offense, a few 2-and-outs. They've had to kick the ball away a couple of times. Except Happy Gilmore was from Boston. He wasn't from Boston. I don't think he was from Boston. I think he was just a Boston fan. But hey, that would be funny. Wouldn't that be a great promo for Happy Gilmore too if he showed up at the NHL Draft? I don't think they're ready to start promoting the movie yet, but wouldn't that be pretty darn funny if they did a deal with the NHL and here Happy Gilmore, he shows up not maybe at the draft, but at the draft combine. That would be hysterical. Gilmore was a bandwagoner. He had a flag for every team. Hayden, that's true. That's true. So what are we going to do with these Argos? How is this team going to come back? You're thinking to yourself, Sam, what can they do to improve? What can they do to kind of make things look a little better in the second half? Well, first of all, the Argos defense has to be a little solid. The line has to give Dukes some time to throw the ball. He's been rushing a lot. And I don't mean rushing like rushing. He's been rushing the pass. He's been rushing the pass a lot. He hasn't been getting a lot of time to set up and throw the ball. So will Cameron Dukes get some time to sit back and make some decisions? We've seen when he has time, he makes some good calls, some good decisions. But when he's forced to do something very quickly, it hasn't had the best end result. I think the receivers need to kind of help him out as well. They got to bail him out. If you're running your route and the ball hasn't come and you see an opportunity where you can stop and run back to try and help with a short yardage play, that is definitely going to have to come in and be of assistance, right? They got to figure out a way to get Dukes some help. Carey picking up 41 yards. He's right now only 7 carries, so a little bit off his 20 carry pace. He might still hit the 100 yards. We'll have to see. But we're getting ready. 13-6, the Owls with the lead. We're getting set. Let's shrink this back down as we're getting ready to come back for the second half of football. Normally we would have some other stats up here on the side, but we're going to leave our draft order here and going. As the Washington Capitals coming up to make their selection. Nope, I missed their pick. I was hoping to switch over in time. So Washington, they make their selection. Tarek Parsek, another Canadian right winger playing out of the WHL, 6 feet, 179 pounds. He led all CHL rookies with 43 goals and 105 points in 23-24. So the kid has the touch. He can rack up the points in the CHL. Can he continue to do it? 105 points were 7th most by a CHL rookie since 98-99. So he's got a touch, but will that translate into the NHL? All right, let's go. Second half is about to begin. Argos are going to kick this one off. Montreal is going to start with the ball. And it is up to the 30. So Montreal, they're going to carry this 30, 35 to the 42-yard line. So the Alouettes going to start the second half with the ball at the 42. Let's see how they're going to continue to move this one. Will the Argos defense kind of lock down? Or will Fajardo still have his time to complete these short yardage passes? Really good short yardage passes. His longest 38 yards right through the middle. Okay, everyone's in motion. There's the snap. Fajardo back. He's in trouble. He's going to dump it over the middle again. The Owl's going to run it up. Pickup of about 4. So much better defensive start here for the Argos.
And looks no worse for wear as Fletcher picks up a couple.
Fajardo in trouble early. 2 Argos getting through and getting to him. He's going to drop down to a knee.
He was immediately frustrated.
But he got up. He was running off to the sideline and dropped down to a knee. The trainer's coming on to take a look.
Just 2 of 2 on the season.
As the backup quarterback, Evans, going to take some snaps on the sideline. Caleb Evans, 5-10 record, 61.2% completion. 29 rushing TDs. So Fajardo, he kind of gets 2 Argo players up on him. One of them kind of caught the bottom of his chin. The helmet caught the bottom of the quarterback's chin. He fell backwards and 2 players fell on top of him. So I wonder if it knocked the wind out of him. So he's up now off his knee, and he's going to walk with the trainers over to the sideline. So Fajardo has to come out of this game. I assume he will return, but because he went down, he's got to step off. So Evans going to come in to take a snap here.
He was Edmonton's best defender for the last couple of seasons, and they had to give up something.
So Fajardo hasn't taken the helmet off. He is still standing on the sideline. So I'm assuming he's going to come on for the next play if there's a first down. Here's the snap. Evans back. He's looking. He's got lots of time. And it's an Argo sack, but we got a flag. We do have a flag. So is this going to be on the Argos? Smith not happy. Oh, Toronto with the face mask. 15 yard. My goodness.
He gets some penetration, reaching, trying to bat the ball down.
That's not good. Tried to knock this down. Catches Evans in the face mask, and the instinct, right, is you grab onto that one. So Varjo tries to come right back on, and the trainer pulls him off. So the Argos 5 penalties for 45 yards so far in this game. Here's the snap, looking to throw it through the middle, and that one is going to be incomplete. So again, the pressure coming on the Alouettes, and they're going to throw this one away. Incomplete. 30%. What was the question? Oh, where can I donate without using PayPal? Beverly, without using PayPal. That's a good question, because even through the website also uses PayPal. This one coming across, picked up. But yeah, Beverly, check on the website, samwelb12experience.com. See if that works for you. I know it uses PayPal as a processor, but maybe that will work for you. Yeah, YouTube does take a pretty big cut. Or even through our Streamlabs link, it's kind of powered by PayPal. So we got another flag down here. This time it's an Argonaut that's knocked down. Thank you, Onyx, for jumping in to help answer that.
Tough couple of plays, but got through the 3 that he covered in spot duty.
So another flag. This one should be on Montreal.
Gingerly gets back up onto his feet.
So Moger,
started out at free
he's going to step off. Looks like it's a right leg injury.
Roughing the passer, Toronto number 94, 15-yard penalty.
Oh,
automatic first down.
So it's going to be the flag was not on. It was on Toronto. Toronto are roughing the passer penalty. So I figured because the injured Argo was down. Oh my gosh, another 15-yard major penalty. Yikes, the Argos. Penalties are hurting them big time right now. So Montreal making their way into the Argo zone, all on penalties. Here's one over the middle and brought down at the 15 or 16. So Farjo back in this football game, and he's continuing to drive this one down. Oh my goodness.
Draped on him, grabbing at his arm, just fights through it, focuses on that football. Catch it in his hands, make a play for his
That's just not good. This is just not good. The Argos in trouble. Montreal working their way downfield. No roughing allowed. Montreal looking to score. Going to drop this back to the 20. Shot across to the end zone. Oh no! Monstrous hit. Montreal goes in the air to bring this one down. And Toronto stepping up with a monster kind of Jake McCabe-like hit coming across the middle. Takes the legs out. Montreal can't hold on to the ball. So close. Montreal so close to a touchdown.
Doesn't survive that contact with the ground, the landing. Ball pops free.
Big time hit. Second and 10. Let's see what the Argos can do. Here's the snap. Big pressure coming. They throw it again. Go to the end zone. Almost intercepted. The Argos drop it. So they're going to hold. They're not going to allow the touchdown, but Montreal with a chance to put a field goal up on the board to go up 16-6. Nice move by Fajardo. He came through. A nice throw. But the Argos almost coming up with the interception. He went up with one hand, made the catch, bobbled it, and couldn't hang it down. Cody coming in now. He's 2 for 2 on the night. Looking to go 3 for 3. If you're just coming in, welcome in. It's up and good. So Montreal takes a 16-6 lead. If you're just popping in, make sure you hit that thumbs up for us. And of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe as well. As the Argos getting in a bit of trouble. 16-6, lots of time left. Do you think the Sphere is going to go wild? Oh, yes, Brian, for sure. Absolutely. Anytime the home team gets a selection, it is going to be wild. And Vegas is next up on the board. Of course, Toronto is coming up, pick number 23. Yeah, Vegas next up to select. And they will go crazy. This crowd, though, it's been a very lively crowd at the Sphere. Fans of most of the teams seem to be there. It's well represented. So we'll wait when we see the Vegas folks coming up. We'll switch over so we can hear the applause and see who Vegas takes as the home team. Chandler, hello there. I'm allowed rough, right? Chandler, yes, you can rough. Rough. At the Jays game right now. Aaron, welcome in. Disney fan for life. The question is, are you still a Disney fan for life after the recent changes with the lightning lane and the multi-lightning lane? As a Canadian, I'm not sure. But let's go Argos. I hope you're having a great time at the Jays game. Jays hopefully are treating you well. All right, we're waiting for Vegas to come up to the podium, and we'll switch over. In the meantime, the Argos trying to get things going. Cameron Dukes, 2 straight game-winning drives to win. Will they fight back to do it 3 times in a row? They got to get it going. All right, here's the snap. Duke's going to fake the handoff, going to throw it to the far side. Caught, picks up about 6. And here comes Vegas to the podium. Let's listen in. Vegas going to come to the podium. Dukes is back.
The Vegas Golden Knights, with the 19th selection of the 2024 Amateur Draft, are proud to select from Tri-Cities of the USHL, Trevor Connolly.
Trevor Connolly is selected. I will tell you, that was a very disappointing pick by the Vegas Golden Knights.
There he is, Trevor Connolly.
Not that Connolly is a bad pick. I would have expected more of a speech from Vegas. And Dukes over the middle, a great reception for the Argos. Here you go, Dukey. Moving down, a nice long pass over the middle. And a nice falling reception here as the Argo player comes up with the catch. 1st and 10. Argos, look out. Dukes is going to run it. He's going to run this up the middle. Dukes, he has a couple of Alouettes by him. He's going to slide down for the pickup of 5 yards. Dukes now 10 for 15 with 92 yards. Starting to put this one together. We all meet at Costco. Onyx, I'm down. Here's his snap. Dukes, he's looking. He's under pressure. Dukes is going to toss over the middle. Grabbed, caught at the line of scrimmage, and then dropped. It's going to be an incomplete pass. Mustard and ketchup for Triton. I could totally go for a little Costco hot dog. Dukes had a little pump fake, tried to shake off Montreal, but the defense just came and continued to press. So 3rd and 5. Toronto's got to kick this one away. They're going to go for a long field goal here. The game is in Toronto, BMO Field. Long kick, it's up, and it is good. So 3 for 3. 16-9. Ricky Ray down on the sidelines. There you go, the Argos. They get a few points on the board. They're still making a game of it. But they got to start scoring. 16-9. A better start here in this second half. But again, the Argos have to settle for a field goal. They have not been able to score a touchdown as of yet. Cameron Dukes feeling a little bit more comfortable there, continuing to run. He's up to 24 rushing yards now, 5 carries. Kadeem Carey, 7 carries, 41 yards. He didn't get involved in the play there. And now up to 92 passing yards. So they started to put some good things together on that drive. They just couldn't finish it out. Stopped yesterday at Costco. Got your hot dog, of course. Absolutely. Maybe that's what we'll have to do, is do a little cost. I have a lot of things I want to do tomorrow. Okay. Oh, I got to get the haircut. I think it's time to go get a haircut tomorrow. Got to stop by, check out a couple of things. I don't think there's a Costco in our path of travels. No. I wouldn't go. That one's going to be crazy. That one's going to be nuts. But yeah, lots of plans tomorrow. Got to run around, get things done. Of course, it's supposed to rain tomorrow too, right? So maybe tomorrow isn't the best day. But hey, we will see. You ever bet on DraftKings? Ryan, what's going on? Welcome in. I do not. I have not. I used to play ProLine back in the day, but I was terrible. I was always good at picking the losers, never that great at picking the winners. There it is, Ricky Ray getting a beautiful photo. Pinball Clemens there on the floor. And here's Ricky Ray.
Such a great response from the fans when you're accepting your plaque. Just how significant is this night for you?
Yeah, it's a huge night for me. I told them I was so grateful that they believed in me and gave me an opportunity to come here in 2012 and be able to play 7 seasons here, a couple championships, and share a lot of great moments with them is pretty special.
Always nice to hear from Ricky Ray. Here's Montreal. Big toss over the middle. Caught. Going to bring the ball right like that to midfield. Wow.
Busting the practice, busting the games, just all those behind-the-scenes moments that you got to share with those guys. And then the big payoff was winning and going to the locker room after the game and getting to celebrate with everybody.
Well, lastly, you kind of said in your speech you missed coming down the tunnel. So that begs the question, what are the chances of you getting behind the bench here in a coaching career in the CFL?
Hopefully one day. I mean, I'd love to be back in this game. And
Beverly, thank you so much.
Hopefully, I get a chance to coach at some point.
Beverly, I really appreciate that. Thank you kindly.
Thank you, Kenzie.
Ricky Ray, always great to hear him speak and what he has to say.
Holding Montreal number 84. Just watching him throw those darn corner routes. First down. And going, how?
So Beverly coming in with the offline donation. Thank you so very much for that.
Making it look like he's not actually throwing it at all.
Yeah, Ricky Ray
Really and truly, Beverly, thank you for everything.
In Edmonton.
All right.
And obviously a great run.
Argos got to pull something together here. Ricky Ray, legendary quarterback, ranks first in the Argos for everything passing TDs, completing percentage. Here's back. This is going to be thrown. It's going to be tipped and incomplete. So it's going to be first and 20 yards. They lost some there on the penalty. So first and 20 from the Montreal 45.
The connection with him alongside Ricky Ray, the Edmonton-Toronto pipeline.
The Montreal still pressing, still continuing to dominate right now. And thank you for coming in. Make sure you hit that thumbs up as you're coming in. It helps us out. Montreal spreading the line. They're on their own 45, second and 20. There it is. They're going to look for some yards here. And it's going to get blown down right away. Another flag on the play.
Timeout, Montreal.
Oh, nope. They're going to call it a timeout. So the flags went. They're going to pick up the flags. Timeout on Montreal as that clock was winding down. Ricky Ray night here in Toronto. Wins in 2012 and 2017. A couple of Grey Cups. And one of the things I love about the Canadian Football League is when this goes into the fall and they play with the snow on the field. It's awesome. The snow games are great, especially when we're watching from the courtesy and luxury of our own homes. All right, so let's do this again. They're resetting the clock. 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Second and 20. Here's the snap. Everybody in motion. Montreal back to pass. Short yardage toss. Oh, and the drop kick. What? A drop kick. We haven't seen this in forever. What? So Montreal, this is going to be close. Was he over the line of scrimmage? The Argos were playing deep coverage. They came over the line of scrimmage. He drops the ball and kicks it, and I believe it only has to go a yard, and then he recovers it. This could reset the downs. I don't think have I ever seen this happen? They throw it. Does he get to the line of scrimmage? It's going to be very close. And it is. It's going to be first and 10. Montreal successful with the drop kick. Unbelievable. And now they throw to the first down. What? Second and 20, and Montreal elects to go with the drop kick. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. What a risky play by Montreal, and it pays off. The drop kick, and they're able to reset the downs. Off the snap, Montreal going to run this one up the middle. Fargo getting tied up and taken down. He was calling for a horse collar tackle. I don't think he's going to get it. Just going to be 2nd and 8.
And big Jordan Williams.
So Williams going to cut him off. 2nd and 9. Wow, I'm still in shock. I can't believe they did the drop kick.
Not to be confused with linebacker Jordan Williams, played with the Argos last season.
Argos caught in deep coverage, giving Montreal room. Gonna throw this up the middle. No first down. Good defense there. Gonna be, I think, 3rd and 1, depending on where that spot is gonna be. So Montreal gonna have to kick this one away. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. We saw the drop kick. That was wild. All right, so it is 3rd and 1. They are going to kick this one away. We're going to get a little punt action here. This third quarter just trickling along. Unless, who knows what other trickery Montreal will pull. No, they're gonna go. They're gonna run it. They're gonna throw this going deep. Montreal catches it over the top. Touchdown, Alouettes! You gotta be kidding me! Unbelievable! Caleb Evans comes in for this short yardage play, and instead he runs that back and goes deep over the middle as the Argos were all lined up along the line, confused. What a play here. A little flick over the top and a great run and pickup here. Unbelievable. Montreal. Beaker with the 44-yard run for the touchdown. Devastation for Toronto. All right, Brian, take it easy. Unbelievable. Montreal first the drop kick, and then they pull that out? Wow. What? The Alouettes. Surprising, stunning, but showing why they are undefeated, pulling everything out. Unreal. And of course, since we just were talking about hot dogs, I'm now getting a hot dog commercial. Oh, I can't believe what a run. Montreal was down at they were 2nd and 20. 2nd and 20 at their own 45. They elected the short yardage, the drop kick, and recovery to reset the downs. So instead of it being 2nd and 20, it goes back to 1st and 10. They then get stopped twice, and instead of kicking it away, they go for a short yardage play to try and run the first down, but they don't. They pull it back and run to the right and throw it over the middle for a long pass and a long run for the touchdown. That was absolutely incredible. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Blame Erin. She went to the game and made me want a hot dog. That's right. Exactly, Onyx. I can't believe what a sequence by the Alouettes to score that TD. By the way, Montreal Canadiens picking up Michael Haig, another Canadian, 6'1", 188 pounds. Couple of picks before that, the Islanders taking a U.S. player, left winger, Cole Eiserman. E-I-S-E-R, men, not Y-Z. So, wow. Coming up, we got Nashville in Toronto, the next couple of picks on the board. Will we get any more trades? After the first few picks, it's really kind of slowed down. But this game is where it's at. Montreal pulling out all the goods. I'm shocked. Absolutely shocked. Montreal going to kick this one away. Toronto going to recover. Oh, they dropped it. Back their own 20 to the 25 to the 30. cutting across 35, still going to the 40, up to about the 42. So Toronto, they got to score right now, 23-9. Montreal making some really good plays.
Yeah, you see him just put the ball up and wait to see how it turns out.
I'm speechless. I'm shocked.
Football's supposed to be fun.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see what Cameron Dukes does. Cameron Dukes, the young quarterback, he's learning how to lead this team. He was great in the first 2 games. He's been okay here. He's got to make some things happen. They're going to go to a back-end rush. Going to come up to about 9-yard pickup. So Kadeem Carey takes it up in the backfield. He cuts the corner and gets up. Mr. Ducky, what's going on? Welcome in. So Kadeem Carey looking nice, getting some more yardage in there. Argos going to hand this one off. Carey, he's still going. He's bouncing around. And a nice run here by Kadeem Carey. So we do have a late flag coming out here with 4:26 to go in the third.
Tackling his 25th game started here this evening, Isaiah Cage.
So I'm guessing the way Cage is upset here, this is going to be on the Argos. But we'll wait to see the actual call.
On the sidelines about discipline from Al's head coach, Jason Moss.
Offsetting misconduct fouls, Toronto number 66, Montreal number 1. First down.
Okay, so it's offsetting calls.
Jason Moss over the last couple of weeks. He talked about the
So no harm, no foul.
Toronto down the stretch last year is a bit of a turning point in their season. They haven't lost.
So Toronto
since that one, but
can have first down here. They march towards midfield. Going to be on the Montreal 45. They're over midfield. Dukes is back. There goes the motion, the snap. Dukes going to hand this off to Carey again. He's going to run this up. He's got a hole. He's going to get a first down to the 27-yard line. Kadeem Carey picking up about 15 or 16 there. Nice rush. Duke with the handoff, and he's going to curl away. And this is where things start to get going. When the run starts going, it allows room for the pass. He's back. He's going to go short yardage pass. Toronto going to run this up the far side to the 20, to the 15, and out of bounds. So blitz coming, a great audible called. They throw a sideline pattern. Picked it up behind the line of scrimmage. Going to run up the near side. Now the Argos have it at the Montreal 15. Here's the snap. It was high again. And this one at time it gets knocked down. Montreal came flying in on Dukes. Dukes tried to throw it away. Montreal bats that one out of the air. Wow, did they get up on him fast. The snap was high. Dukes had to go up and get it. And by the time he brought it down and took a look, he had a Montreal player right in his face. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 now. Toronto needs to get this one going. They got to score a major. Montreal's got 2. Again from the Montreal 15. There's the snap. Going to fake the handoff, and Montreal there again. A quick line of scrimmage pass. Toronto can't get anything going. They bring it up to about the 11. So it's going to be 3rd down. Waiting for the call. Are they going to go for it? Dukes, I think, is going to stay on now with under 3 minutes. You should get the Apple Vision Pro and stream with them on. You look so funny. Onyx, that would be crazy. I've heard it's a little pricey, though.
For a contending team. Linebacker.
So down to the Montreal 11, 3rd and 6. Toronto's going for it. They're calling an audible. Everyone relocating, shuffling around positions. 5 seconds to go on the play clock. You got to snap this, Dukes. They did not get it off in time. Did they call a timeout, or are they taking a penalty? It is going to be a flag on the play.
Number 11, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
So 5-yard penalty, third down.
Don't have to have the desperation as of yet, but
yeah, lots of
So
time
now they're going to kick this. Are they going to? They're going to bring the field goal unit on.
what do you take away from that drive if you're the Argonauts?
So they use the 5 yards just to move them back a little bit to make the field goal a little easier.
I don't even want to.
2:33. 2:33.
I don't even want to.
Nashville, by the way, up to make their selection. Toronto is up next.
Back on their heels, caught them off guard a little bit defensively. The offense came out and responded to the touchdown in fine fashion.
All right, there's the kick. It's up. Oh no! Oh, it's good. It was hooking. It was hooking big time, but it goes through the uprights. 23-12. Toronto needs a couple of touchdowns, and they need a couple of touchdowns quick. Let's go over to the draft.
Select from Yaroslav Lokomotiv, Yegor Surin.
Yegor Surin from Russia. A centerman, 6'1", 197 pounds.
Turns 18 in August, a star.
And that means the Toronto Maple Leafs are now on the clock. We're going to stick with the draft coverage while the Leafs make their selection. We're going to see what they're going to do. And of course, we'll still call. What position player do you think Toronto will pick? I'd like to see them take a defenseman. There was earlier this draft, there was a huge run on defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There was like 5 in a row. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 5 out of 6 picks in a row. Right as it was going into the teens were all defense. And then there was another one taken. So a lot of centers are going right now. I think Toronto has enough centers. I think D, they need to get some better D in their system. But I'm okay with a winger as well. The problem is, you know, right now, forward positions, they have a lot of. I think D is what they need to develop. We haven't seen a goaltender go as of yet, so maybe they'll surprise everybody and take a goaltender. Who knows? But don't forget, last draft, Easton Cowan was the surprise selection, and everybody was like, who is this kid? Where did he go? And he's turned out to be pretty darn good with London, and I'm excited to see what Easton Cowan will do in Toronto. So I think they'll make a move for a defense. I think that is what they should do. A big defenseman. Yeah, Hayden, exactly. Here comes Montreal. The Alouettes going deep, and it's caught, but I think this is out of bounds.
David's still there helping him along the way.
Yeah, absolutely. The Hall of Famer David Poile is such a.
So 2:14 to go in the third quarter. We're waiting as the Maple Leafs are on the clock. Montreal taking a shot to really advance this ball deep, but the catch was made as the player drift out of bounds, was not able to get the foot down.
NHL Draft will be made by the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Sorry, I thought we were going to go to something else.
I was waiting for the
And the boos come out as they announce Toronto Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs got to be one of the most hated teams. They're going to go the other side, and Montreal going to run over the 50-yard line, picking up the first down almost at midfield. So the Alouettes, again, moving the ball well. So good passing here again by the Montreal Alouettes, and good running, right? They're getting lots of yards after reception, which is key. Toronto's D just not able to shut them down. Most loved and most hated, that's right. So 1st and 10 from their own 53. The Owls going to drop this one back. Again, a little short yardage. They've been doing this all night. Back to the line of scrimmage. Going to pick up 1 yard. Again, welcome in if you're just joining us. Thank you for stopping in. Oh. Leafs are making a trade. Leafs are apparently making a trade.
Leafs are on the podium. They have no second and no third round pick. And last year, of course, it kind of went on.
Wouldn't this be a way to announce a Mitch Marner trade at the draft?
However, early returns have been fantastic.
Here comes Montreal. Tree Living on the phone.
The GM of the Leafs seems to be doing some work, and shuffling around.
Montreal going to run this.
Overall pick.
And I think it'll be just short of the first, but there is a flag.
So yes, you would appreciate.
What are you doing, Maple Leafs?
But if you're getting a couple more bullets to add to the chamber by moving back and offering it to someone who wants that pick, then by all means, go ahead and do it.
There's Reed Mitchell looking on and Brad Trey Living. It sounds like he's done his work, and it's just a matter of now the central registry as we had before the earlier trade. Are you ever nervous? Chuck,
so we're waiting. We're waiting to see. Apparently, the Maple Leafs have a trade coming. I'm intrigued. Mitch Marner for 26th, third-round pick and a pack of hot dogs. Aiden thinks it involves Liljegren. Whoa, this is something.
You're getting into.
Especially on the draft floor when you don't have a lot
we're waiting
of time,
to see.
you may be talking about something, someone could throw
so Montreal, first and 10 from their 45. They're going to continue to move downfield. They're going to run this again. Montreal out of the backfield up to the 40.
It can be a little bit more stressful.
What are you doing, Maple Leafs?
The Ottawa situation's a pretty
what are you doing? Why?
Things shouldn't happen.
Have you ever made a
tree living? What are you cooking?
Talk to someone else and go, oh, no, let's get rid of the deal. Well, hold on a second. Hold that thought, because here we are.
Here we go.
Breaking news here with pick 23.
Trade alert. Trade alert.
Yeah, I like that too. Toronto trades pick number 23 in this year's draft to Anaheim in exchange for picks 31 and 58, both in this year's draft as well. Toronto 23 to Anaheim for 31 and 58. Anaheim, you're on the clock.
What the hell are you doing, Tree Living?
Sam, it's a volume over, the number. And Anaheim maybe covets someone in this 23 spot, and they were willing to move 2 picks, including the 31st overall. It's the second.
Oh, all right, Montreal's going to go to commercial break. What on earth? What just happened? So Toronto elects to drop down from pick number 23 to pick number 31. Yes, they pick up a second rounder as well. They did not have a second round pick. I guess the person Toronto has their eye on, they are not in any fear of them being picked up between 23 and 31. But what is going on? That was bizarre. David, hello there. Welcome in. Did Toronto pull a Buffalo Bills? I don't know what on earth they just did. Hey, JDA, welcome in. I don't understand. Why? Like, you had pick number 23. Why are you moving down to 31? Yes, you pick up another pick in the second round. I mean, maybe that's just it, right? Maybe they're at a point now where the rest of these guys in the first round are kind of a crapshoot. But they're still better than the people in the second round. I don't know. I am well, yep. I'm so confused. Anaheim hit the Leafs with the Mario Kart banana peel, right? What? Well, I don't even know what to make of that. So Anaheim is going to come up in draft again. I got excited. Maybe we were going to make something of substance. Maybe Tree Living is cooking something up. Maybe there is a player trade coming, but he needed the second round pick to include. Who knows? But we are entering quarter number 4. Quarter number 4, the Argos need some help and need some help quickly. They are down 23-12. Let's see what they have up their sleeve. So the goaltending coach is making a selection, and the goaltending coach selects a defenseman, and the Argos intercepted in the end zone. Argos with an interception in the end zone. First play of the fourth quarter. So hang on a second. Toronto didn't want to pick number 23. They traded away, and the Anaheim Ducks take Stain Solberg, a defenseman who's 6'2", 205 pounds.
As this one gets thrown, contested ball, but meanwhile,
so Toronto, they're going to come in and intercept this in the end zone.
the middle of the field. It's a free safety. Royce Mechie bailed right
Wow.
to get over top.
Big time interception.
On Philpott. Jonathan
I'm so confused. Curtis, we did. So the Argos will take possession at the 30. 23-12. Here we go, Cameron. He's going to hand this one off. Argos going to run it up. Kadeem Carey going to pick up about 5 yards.
Just the second interception.
Ducks win the cup this year. That's right, Hayden. And this Solberg is going to be the Norris Division champion. He's going to win the best defenseman of the year. Could you imagine? You know, I saw somebody on social media posted a video of all the bad picks Toronto has made over the years. And when you look at all the players' names after these bad picks, they were unbelievable superstar players that Toronto missed by one. So crazy. So Dukes gets sack-a-lack-a-lack in the backfield. Another sack on Dukes. The Toronto defense continuing to struggle. So just as quick as this drive started, this drive comes to an end. Duke's trying to spin around from a hit. He runs right into his man. And another sack. Toronto's going to have to kick this one away. 3rd and 7. They're going to put this one up. And another great kick all the way down to the 35. We got a flag on the play. They're going to cross the 55, almost to the Argos 50. Another trade. Hang on. Let's switch this back over.
We're getting good use out of that. Colorado trades pick number 24 in this year's draft to Utah for picks number 38 and 71 in this year's draft, and the New York Rangers' second-round pick in 2025, which was previously acquired by Utah. So Colorado trades 24 this year's draft to Utah for 38 and 71, and the Rangers' second-round pick in 2025, which Utah previously acquired. Utah, you are on the clock.
Wow. Okay. So
wow. All right. There was a lot to take in there.
It's almost like it's almost like Colorado said, "What, Toronto? You're going to drop down and you're only going to get one pick. We're going to drop down. We're going to get 2 picks in return." Like, what is going on? So Colorado now drops down. Maybe they had their eye on that Stain Solberg guy, and they didn't know where to go when Anaheim scooped him up. So Colorado makes a trade with Utah. I would assume if Utah was picking this 24th pick, they had a guy in mind that they really wanted to pick up. So that is kind of a bizarre turn of events with Toronto dropping back and now Colorado dropping back.
All right, let's
weird.
Down onto the floor with Jeff Merrick.
Very, very, very weird. When I said I want to see some more trades to kind of mix this up, I wasn't meaning trades like I'll give you my 25th and I'll take the 31st. That was just very bizarre. All right. Welcome, Dallas. Good to see you. Can we trade Hayden for another mod on another channel? Nice, Onyx. I'm so confused. Why do you drop down 2 positions? Or 3 positions? Or 5 positions? All right, here we go. Montreal back with it again. Short yardage backfield play. They can't get back to the line of scrimmage this time. Argos going to take them down. That's right. Happy Canada's Day weekend to one and all. Hope everyone's going to have a great long weekend. If you're just coming in, make sure you tap that thumbs up for us. Friday Night Football, the Argos struggling here. 23-12. My two favorite numbers. Off the draw, Montreal back. Barjo, he's looking, he's running to the sideline. Now he's going to throw this one down. And a great reception. Climbing the ladder to haul this one in. Wow. That's going to be 1st and 10 again for Montreal. Unbelievable. Listen, Fajardo is playing like a superstar. 86 days until the Leafs Senators preseason game. Dallas, should I schedule that game now? I post it up. Unbelievable. That's really funny. Counting down already. Off the snap. Montreal back again. Short yardage toss to the line of scrimmage. They're going to run it over for a 1st down and more. Past midfield to the Toronto side, and they run out of bounds. Post it. And a flag on the play. What's this flag going to be? Just going to be an extra push at the end?
Let's find something. Well, this is it. We talk about these teams when they need it, getting back to their bread and butter.
Unnecessary roughness, misconduct foul, Toronto number 30.
Unnecessary roughness. Another 15-yard penalty against Toronto. Ouch.
We'll see the tail end of this one as you see.
Cole Budon, selected 24th overall by the Utah Hockey Club. Another Canadian centerman, 6'2", 210 pounds, played at a Barrie of the OHL. So Montreal at their Toronto 34. Another short yardage play and a good tackle here this time. That's going to be 2nd and 10. That's going to be a loss of a handful of yards. Finally, they're able to slow it down.
Yeah, and this is a terrific play by Deshaun Amos, as we've talked before about how hard
Toronto, they're starting to run into some trouble right now.
Playing in a receiver position.
11 and a half minutes to go. Let's make this adjustment here.
2nd and 7 plus the Alouettes, 2nd best in the CFL converting.
Off the snap, Montreal bringing it back. They kind of bobbled the handoff, and they were able to run it up a couple, but again, they lose another one. So it's going to be about 3rd and 14. They're going to have to kick this one away. So Toronto comes up with a stop. They're going to have to start scoring and score in a hurry. We're just under 11 and a half minutes in this 4th quarter. Lots of time. No, Dallas, we are not up north. We are in the city. Toronto needs better coaches. I don't think it's the coaches. Listen, week 1 and week 3 were good. It's just they're struggling here. And wow, Montreal's going for a 45-yard field goal attempt. This would make it very difficult for Toronto to come back. It's up. It's going to be wide. It's going to be wide. Toronto needs to run it out. Oh, hair pull. Hair pull. He does run it out. He comes up to the 10. Wow. The Montreal player reached for the jersey, grabbed the ponytail, and pulls, or the dread of the player, and pulled back on the hair. Yikes. Hair is legal, as they say, part of the uniform. Yikes. They're going to a commercial break. The Argos need to score. They got away with one there. Yeah, I know, I heard Dallas. And it's unfortunate because I got some errands I have to run. It's not the coaches, it's discipline breaking down. Yeah, a lot of penalties. Victoria, how's it going? Hope you're doing all right. Good to see you. Again, thanks everybody for coming in as we're kicking off our summer season with some Friday Night Football. You will have noticed we haven't done anything this week other than post a couple comments in the community section. We are going to get back to posting some shorts and some regular content. We will have our first weekly hockey show, I think, coming up this week, if I can get my act together. We should have that coming up where we're going to break everything down in terms of signings, trades, picks, all that fun stuff. So we'll get to talk some hockey. I could have told you it would rain tomorrow. It always rains when you wash your car. There you go. If this sober kid becomes a star for the Ducks, it's going to be hilarious. I know. Write the name down, Hayden. Write the name down so we can look it up later in the year, later next season, and say, man, we should have made that pick. It's part of the uniform. Yep, that's right. The hair, if you're going to wear your hair like that and you're going to have it out and flowing, it's technically part of the uniform.
Part of the uniform, so that's a legal play. But based on where the hair is, if it's considered part of the uniform, should it not be treated as a horse collar tackle? To me, logically, if you're making
all right, here we go.
Legal, you should say that it's
the Argos have to cover the whole field at their own 9. Going to bring it back, throwing it over the middle. Nice catch. First down, Argos.
Up the field from Cameron Dukes. They'll go quick once again.
Dukes signaling to reset. They're going to call this on the fly. Dukes directing traffic, getting everybody set. 9 minutes to go. 9 minutes to go. Toronto needs at least 2 touchdowns. Here's the snap back. Dukes going to go across. That's going to be a, whoa, was a 5-yard pickup, but Montreal forces them all the way back. So we'll see where they're going to spot this one. So great defensive pressure by Montreal. Montreal just showing up, forcing Toronto players everywhere. Really impressed by this Alouettes defense right now. Robert, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. Welcome to the channel. Argo's going to throw it way high. Dukes misfires. Interception. Montreal running this back to the Argos 10-yard line. Oh, no. Disaster striking as Dukes goes over the top, throwing this one down, and it's picked off. Oh, my goodness. Dukes throwing this one over the top, just got a little too much air under it, and that is picked off. And Montreal going to come all the way back and have glorious field position as the Boston Bruins are on the clock now with pick number 25. The Bruins on the pick. Boston's going to be an interesting team. What are they going to do with their goaltender? Of course, they moved one of them. Swayman is a restricted free agent, so I expect we'll get word on him coming up. Of course, they have some free agents they need to lock down. Where is Boston going to go? Is the Bruins going to take a goaltender? Or are the Bruins going to drop further down as well? We saw a couple of trades. Toronto dropping back. Colorado dropping back. You know, the Bruins have a jersey in hand, so they're going to make their way up and make the call. Leafs better start drinking that non-Gatorade. Right? They got to rehydrate. They got to get it going. They're going to be in trouble with about, 8 minutes to go. Montreal is probably going to score here. This will probably put the game out of reach. But Toronto, they've struggled today. The line has not given Dukes a lot of room to maneuver. The defense has not been great. And the Boston Bruins, who, by the way, Boston picks up, it was originally their pick that was traded to Detroit, traded to Ottawa, then back to Boston. And they use it to pick Dean Latorinu, Canadian center, who's 6'6", 214 pounds. A 6'6" center. Good size, nice pickup here for the Bruins. Recorded a league-high 127 points with St. Andrews College last year. All right, here we go. Montreal. They're going to set some screens, going to throw this incomplete pass. So it does come back to the Toronto 24-yard line. But a nice pickup here for the Boston Bruins. A 6'6" center. Some big boys going in this draft. He registered the longest wingspan at the scouting combine. Fajardo taking another hard shot. Let's see, Montreal going to set it up, 2nd and 10 from the Toronto 24. Are they going to take a shot at the end zone here? Fajardo back, he's going to take the snap. He's looking, he's going to go across the middle. Receive 5. Touch. There. Well, it's close. He got tackled right before the line. I think they're going to rule this down at the 1. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
Same look as when he caught Tyson Philpott with a touchdown earlier.
Nice pass again across midfield.
Reggie White had those.
He was so close to breaking that plane. The knee, I think, goes down just before the ball gets in. Yeah, so it's going to be 1st and goal from the 1 yard line. Jays are now getting thumped. Oh, goodness, Curtis. So the Jays are getting thumped. The Argos are losing. Utah took my Iginla, took him away from Calgary. Toronto dropping back in the draft. What a bizarre night in sports. Here we go. From the Toronto 1, 1st and goal, Montreal. Looking to put 30 up on the board. They're going to run this. A delay. Evans can't pound it in. Forward motion is stopped. They're going to blow this one down. So they did not score. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. Good goal line defense stance here from the Argos.
To get north-south, but the Toronto D.
Dallas, yeah, right, exactly. We will have some Blue Jays coverage at some point, if I could bring myself to doing it. Argos getting set to make another stop. At the goal line. There's a snap this time. They're going to pound it in. Touchdown, Montreal. Wow. Montreal pounds this one in. It's too painful.
And you'll see McManus is
Yikes. 29-12.
picking a spot, trying to go over the top to get Caleb Evans.
What can we say? Step, you're welcome. Oh, hard to be. Unbelievable. I can't believe Montreal so dominant here. This is just wild. With 5.5 minutes to go, Fajardo 287 yards passing. Dukes 140. The Argos have not scored a touchdown in today's game. Kadeem Carey 9 carries for 61 yards. Just have plenty of blowout material ready. Yeah, right. Can we just watch your cool spinning baseball instead of the game? The LA Kings on the clock, pick number 26. The Kings up with their new but old logo, going back to the chevron logo. Montreal having a whole lot of fun on the Alouette bench, which how can you not have fun when you're up so big? The extra point is good, 30-12, 5:24 to go. Big summer blowout. Both Toronto teams playing in stadiums about 10 minutes apart. Not looking so good today. Oh, and the Argos booch. They drop the kick and they still can't pick it up. Now they recover and they get taken down at the 5-yard line. Oh my goodness, he can't even catch the ball. The Argos could not recover the punt. They dropped it. They couldn't pick it up. They bobble it around. And the ball ends up at the Toronto 5-yard line. Well, maybe it's the 6. Unbelievable. Oh. From bad to worse. From bad to worse. The bounce is just not with the Argos here today. Started game show called, "What the heck are you doing, Toronto?" Right? So they're going to throw this one up. They pick it up. They get it. They can't get a first down, but they get it close. So from the 6-yard line, they move it up. It's going to be 2nd and 2. So 2nd and 2 in the LA Kings make their selection. Liam Greentree, another Canadian right winger, 6'2", 215. The Argos going to throw this one up to the 18-yard line for a first down. You know, since Toronto traded away their pick, we've seen a 6'2" defenseman picked, a 6'2" centerman picked, a 6'6" centerman picked, and now a 6'2" right winger. Dukes is back. He's looking. He's in trouble. He's going to air this one out. Nice reception, but it's at the line of scrimmage, and the Toronto receiver gets hauled down hard. So a long pass, and ultimately comes away with nothing. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 as Nilio gets pulled down hard. So 4 minutes left to go. Neld is going to go to the sidelines and have some water and talk with the trainer. 4 minutes to go. The Argos now just want to make through. What do the Rangers get in the draft? The Rangers have not selected yet. Here come the Argos. That should be a first down. The Rangers select pick number 30. Thanks for coming in. Draft hasn't been all that exciting, I'll be honest. There hasn't been a whole lot other than the few trades we've seen where teams have kind of given up their pick to acquire a couple of picks to move later in the draft. Cameron off the snap, going to throw this out, and there's a big hit coming up hard. Again, Toronto struggling to pick up some yardage. It's going to be 2nd and 8. 3:26 to go right now. Here's the snap. Dukes. He's going to throw this one across. Nice reception to midfield. Great reception up. Dukes hits Bailey, and he's going to get to midfield. Nice throw here. Right now, it's all about proving to themselves they can play ball. The Argos have struggled in this game. They're not going to come back. It's all about proving that they can drive, that they can catch. And this one, as I say that, is incomplete.
Right there on coverage.
The Dukes struggling here. Pope can't come up with it. Kadeem Carey, only 9 receptions. He had 20 last game, 61 yards. He had over 100 yards last game. Dukes, they're going to go to commercial breaks. Dukes, he's run 5 for 24. McMahon 1 for 16. Receiving has been spread out. Daniels going 3 for 40. Bailey 3 for 39. Sindani 3 for 32. Carey 3 for 26. Coxey 3 for 25. The Argos have not scored a touchdown yet in this game. They've gone 4 for 4 on the field goals. For Montreal, Fajardo 31 of 39 for 287 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception thrown. Fajardo rushing 3 for 13. That's pretty much it. They had a couple other rushing attempts that were 1 yards. Montreal's been passing the ball all game. Spaker goes 8 for 113 yards in a TD. Philpott 5 for 90 in a TD. Grant going 6 for 33. Rambo 3 for 26. Fletcher 4 for 14. And Dallaire 2 for 10. It's been a defensive game. Canton Arku picking up 2 sacks for Montreal. He's been having a real decent game. And Darnell Snaky picking up 8 tackles. That is huge. Absolutely huge. Thank you, Daryl. Daryl coming in, helping that, hitting that subscribe. Welcome in, Daryl. Thank you for subscribing. I'm celebrating just the fact that my Bruins got a monster, and that they certainly did. He is a big, big, big boy, Daniel. Big boy. 6'6", 214 pounds. That's a great pickup. Carolina on the clock now, waiting to see Carolina come in. Pick number 27 of 32. Here we go. Argos are back. Oh, we got a trade. Hang on. We got to go over and see what the trade is.
Well, before I announce the trade, let me thank everyone who's in attendance here tonight. Tonight's attendance is 14,220, which is a sellout for this event. So boo me, but give yourselves a hand.
Good job, Gary.
Carolina. Okay. Carolina trades the 27th pick in this year's draft to Chicago for picks number 34 and 50. Also this year, Carolina sends 27 to Chicago for 34 and 50. Chicago, you're on the clock.
All right, so nothing major. Again, just another pick swap. Just another pick swap. Unbelievable. I don't understand the point of these pick swaps. It's crazy. So we'll see what Chicago does now. Carolina's going to drop down as well. Yes, Daniel, I know. I don't know if we're feeding it in, so we're covering it.
And it's been with good football.
So let's see. Let's finish out this football game. 2:37 to go on the clock. Right, Hayden? Exactly. Like, let's get someone actually traded here. Montreal with the ball. 2:37 to go. I assume they're going to try and just play out this clock. They're going to throw this over to the line of scrimmage. They can't get back. Now they do. Second effort. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. No yards picked up here on the play by Montreal.
Montreal at this point, I mean, keep the clock running.
Yikes. Great game by the Alouettes. Phenomenal game. They have been absolutely outstanding.
Blair, if he's going to get taken down, didn't mind being taken down inbounds.
Looks like it's over. Yeah, David, I don't think they're going to be able to. They're not going to. There's not enough time for them to come back. I don't even know if they'll be able to get one more score up on the board. Montreal, 2nd and 9 from their own side of the field, their own 46. Montreal letting the clock tick down. Now they're going to take a timeout. It's going to be 2:11 left.
Wasn't the cleanest night for Cody Fajardo, though.
So 2 for 19. Or 2nd and 9. Not 2 for 19. 2nd and 9. I don't know what I was thinking. This has been a tough game for the Argos. A tough game for the Argos defense. Both their defensive unit and their offensive line. And listen, not to say, Dukes has had some struggles as well. He went 22 for 32. 1 interception. He still picks up about 200 yards. His longest was 25-yard toss. So their numbers definitely down, lower than they have been in the past couple of weeks. But Montreal is a darn good football club. They're going to snap this back, going to run it over. That's going to be a tackle in the backfield. So 3rd down coming up. Again, so Toronto's going to call a timeout here just to kind of freeze the clock. Montreal's going to punt this one away. Toronto will have a chance to score. The most they can do here in this last 2 minutes, if they score a touchdown, it makes it look a little bit better. But again, right now they're playing for confidence. They're trying to play for confidence, trying to get this to go. Boatman will likely be fine. Yeah, oh yeah, Curtis. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Some of the defensive struggles make me a little nervous. But listen, they played 2 great games. Montreal's a great team, so I'll take this loss. That's okay. Here's a snap. Montreal going to kick this one away. And here comes the reception at about the 23. The Argos going to move this one up. And a takedown about the 32-yard line. So they'll have 1:56 to go on the clock to see if they can march down and put this in the end zone. 16-5. The Blue Jays, 16-5. They lost. Oh my goodness, that is not good. There is a flag on the play at the end of that return.
Offsetting misconduct penalties, 15 yards each. Montreal number 20.
So again, some offsetting penalties.
Toronto number 32.
Chicago ends up taking a left winger, 6 feet, 178 pounds. Marek Vaneker.
The injury luck or lack thereof that they've had as it now looks like Dalton Schoen will be done for the season. Terrific Bombers receiver.
The 1:56. Let's go, Argos. Let's get something done. And it looks like Duke's evening is going to be done. Toronto going to throw this over. Hoke going to make the reception, getting close to a first down. Byron Scott comes in to take some reps here at the end of this game. So Duke's is done. Got to make sure you don't, take an injury at this point of the game. Might as well give Scott some reps, see what he can do.
Both served as rookie backups behind Chad Kelly in 2023.
Big body too, 6'2", 220.
Scott
That quarterback.
going to take this snap. It was low. He's looking downfield. He's going to come out throwing another first down. Argos up to the 53 on the Argos side. Scott trying to push this one through. Dimwitty still trying to say, go for it, move it. They're going to set this one up on the 54. There's the snap. Quick throw across the middle. Nice reception. That's picked up. So again, it's going to be short by about 2 yards. Should be 2nd and 2. 2nd and 3 is what they're going to give them. As Toronto trying to march down here. So at the Montreal 49. Picking it up, thrown over the middle again. Another nice reception and a first down at the 40. So Scott is stepping up in here, and he's going 5 for 5. Marching 39 yards. His longest toss was 13. So Brian Scott coming in with some good tosses on this speed play as they work down the field. 1:08 to go. Takes the snap back again. Here's a deep shot. Going down. Argos with a great catching and a roll to the line. Touchdown, Argos. So nice little pass, and the Argos going to come up with the touchdown a little bit late. Excuse me, pardon me. So Scott comes in, and he's just going to drive this right down the field. A beautiful pass, a 40-yard toss for the touchdown, and great wherewithal by the Argo receiver. As he made the catch, he dove out for it, and he didn't get tagged, so he had to roll into the end zone and just cross the plane. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate that. The Argos able to put one up on the board. Hoke with the 40-yard catch. They're going to go for 2. They are 1 for 1 on the 2 goal attempts. They're going to pound this one in. Kadeem Carey takes it in the house. That's not Kadeem Carey. I thought it was Carey that was taking it. But they're going to pound this one in 30-20. So the score is going to look a little better. But it does not reflect this game as a whole. So Brian Scott comes in going 5 for 5, 79 yards to score the TD, Toronto's first major of the game. Finds a way of getting it in, and then they run this in for 2, the 2-point convert. So 30-20 with 1 minute left to go. Hey, you never know. Maybe off the return, you strip it for a fumble and you run it back. Time is starting to tick away.
One of those stats that makes you realize there's probably a handful of Argos fans out there that go, the night was disappointing, and I don't even care we had that late touchdown.
The Argos making it through.
Since he's been able to celebrate.
Yeah. You know, looking to make plays, keep himself on that
So Calgary takes Matvey Grindin, a Russian player, right winger, 6'2", 189 pounds. To Calgary takes. Here's the kick. It's going for the onside kick. Montreal comes up with it. Got a little too much hang time. So the Alouettes coming out with the ball. 58 seconds to go. The onside kick doesn't work. Always tough, right? You need that ball to get you the right bounce. Just a little too much hang time. So Montreal back with this ball. 58 seconds to left. They have it at the Toronto 45. Off the snap, Montreal going to run this one right up the middle. They're going to run it all the way through. Toronto just letting them go right through. Nice little run here late for Montreal.
Likely a series of handoffs, but interesting not to see.
They're just going to run this clock down now. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Toronto 35. We're going to wait to start this clock up.
And I suspect sometimes when you're Cody Fajardo and you've taken some hits over the course of this ball game, frankly, you want to close it out. And I think adding to that the rivalry between these two teams and the fact that
all right,
his last loss was here.
Now he'll kneel it out.
Montreal's just going to take the knee. They're going to let this clock run out. That's going to do it. Montreal's going to win this game 30-20. The Argonauts not able to get it going. The Argos will pick up their first loss of the season. Montreal will move to 4-0. Toronto will drop down to 2-1. So week 1 and week 3 were good efforts by the Argonauts. They just didn't have it here tonight, but that's okay. It happens. Montreal waiting for this clock to run down. There's the snap. They're going to take the final knee. And the clock will wind down with 8 seconds left. This ball game is over. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us here tonight for some Friday Night Football. Wasn't the game we expected to see, but Montreal gets it done. I want to thank all of our moderators for hanging out with us. I want to thank our gifters tonight for your support. Beverly, thank you so much. Richard, Stefan, thank you both. Stefan, I did it again. Thank you both so much. And Beverly, of course, thank you all. We appreciate it. We will see you later in the week. We will have some content posted up, but we'll get back to talk some hockey later this week. Thank you all for hanging out. Go enjoy the rest of the draft. I'm going to go grab some food, and I'm going to watch the last couple picks of the first round. From all of us here at the Samwelb 12 Experience, thank you so much for taking part in what we do in our summer content. We appreciate it. Again, help share us out because summertime is a fun time. We can get a little goofy. We'll see you all real soon. Thanks for watching. From all of us here, good night.